We welcome you to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Dr. Pepper. Tonight from Alabama, a huge matchup in the Sun Belt with the Arkansas State Red Wolves and the Troy Trojans. Two teams who have not lost since September, and both are battling for the top spot in the Sun Belt West Division. Troy 4-0, Arkansas State 3-1. Both teams still have to play Southern Miss, who is also 4-0, and they are off this week. We welcome you inside Veterans Memorial Stadium, everyone. Mike Corey alongside Tyoka Jackson, and you just saw the standings. That's how important this game is for both teams here tonight.
Yeah, very compelling for a couple reasons. One, the streaks. Arkansas State comes in on a 3-game winning streak. Troy, 5 straight wins. So both of these teams are playing their best ball. Now, here's the thing. It's November, and November losses can kill the dreams of winning a conference championship. So what does that mean? This is the biggest game of the year for both of these squads, and that's big for us.
It really is. You take a look at the percentages to win the Sun Belt West right now. Southern Miss in the lead with that, but that Troy and Arkansas State percentages, that could be flip-flop if Arkansas State wins this one here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, Troy, this is the biggest game of the year, but for Arkansas State, this is an elimination game. They can't afford to lose. Now, they've been great at home. On the road, not so much. So they got to bring that energy into Troy Stadium, and it's homecoming, so it's going to be big.
Yes, it is. We will return when we come back after this. The opening kickoff tonight between Troy and Arkansas State in the Sun Belt on ESPN College Football Primetime. Welcome back to Troy and ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Dr. Pepper. Jared Parker for Troy, the second season. The team right now that's challenging to get to the Sun Belt Championship game. They're 7-1 in the last 8 games. Really have stepped up, and as you said, Ty, have won 5 in a row right now, trying to keep it going here tonight against Arkansas State and head coach Butch Jones, who, for them, has got them rolling. 107 wins for Jones. That's the 13th most active wins amongst FBS coaches in the country.
Yeah, we know Kirk Cignetti says, Google me, I win. But you know what?
Yeah.
You need to go ahead and Google Butch Jones, because I dug into what he's been doing his entire career this week, and it's super impressive. The guy can flat out coach old school, which I like. I'm old school. And what does old school mean? That means pay attention to how you do things, get into the community, come to work, put in a hard day's work. For now in college, a hard day's pay, right? But the bottom line is accountability, and he also cares more about the Jessies and Joes than he does the X's and O's.
It's been some close games this season for Arkansas State, as you see it. And for Troy, trying to keep that winning streak going here tonight and stay in the running for that conference championship game. Kind of said about old school, you know, with Arkansas State and Butch Jones. It's really the way you need to be coaching, right? I mean, you need to be doing all that all the time with the dedication, the toughness, the accountability, mental toughness that he talked about.
No question about it, especially when you think about you got to recruit your players every single year. It's not like it was when I played, right? You're on a scholarship, 1 year renewable, but you're going to be there for 3 or 4 years. Now, if you don't invest in these young people and you give them something off the field that they can hold on to, they're going in the portal. They're out of here, right? And so the portal can give and it can take. The bottom line is, what can you give these young people off the field that enrich their lives and say, hey, you know what, I need to stay here.
I also love what Jared Parker told us earlier this week when they were winning the games, and, you know, his mom called him up and said, hey, you know, what did you say to them? He's like, yeah, Mom, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Like, when they come out of a halftime, you know, and all of a sudden they play better. It's like, what did you say to the team?
Right.
That's not how it works, he said.
If it was that easy, we'd all be great coaches, right?
Right. Troy is going to receive the opening kickoff here tonight. Clayton Amaya will kick off, and Peyton Higgins is back to return. And also DJ Epps, who's number 5 in the Sun Belt with 20 yards per kickoff return. Let's see who gets this one. It's Epps, but going to be a touchback. Let's bring out Tucker Kilcrease, the junior from Brantley, Alabama. How about his numbers so far here this season?
Well, very impressive. And again, we talked about this streak that they were on. And understand that this is a backup quarterback they're doing it with, right? So obviously an outstanding coaching job by Jared Parker and his staff. But Kilcrease got off to a really slow start against Memphis a few weeks ago. But now the light bulb has turned on, and he's putting up big numbers. How about 415 yards against Texas State a couple weeks ago?
Jordan Lovett is the running back, as Kilcrease will throw on first down. Catches man on the far sideline. He's got DJ Epps, and he gets up close to the 30-yard line. The big thing about Kilcrease is that he is a 4-year player here for this team, right? He really stepped it up this year. They needed him to do that with Crowder going down.
That's the thing. Wasn't a starter, but has been around the program for a long time, been in the playbook for a long time. So after that first week of coming off the bench where things didn't look that good, he has settled in because he feels comfortable in his offense. 2nd
down and 6. The handoff to Lovett, and he gets up close to the 35-yard line.
Speaking of comfortable, I love the call on first down by Sean Reagan. He gets Kilcrease comfortable with an easy throw. As we see a player down.
Yeah, it's Lovett. He's down, shaken up after that run, which got him the first down.
And that's a position that they've had some guys banged up. And you obviously don't want to see anybody go down, but man, at that tailback position, you see his week he had last week. It was really terrific. Over 5 yards of carry last week.
That is not good at all. And with Tay Meadows, who's their starter, who's only supposed to play around 5 or 6 snaps, is what we were told here tonight, because he's banged up.
Guess what? Those 5 or 6, right? I mean, that
might be more than that now.
That was the plan, but like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan, right? Until you get punched in the mouth. And unfortunately, looks like Lovett is the punch in the mouth for this Troy Trojan team.
Previous play is that the running back made the line again.
Lovett gets up.
The previous play is on the video review.
He's going to come off the field. But yeah, let's see if we see either Tay Meadows, 22, or Jarris Williams, number 4. And that's pretty much the running back department for this Troy offense. The last play is under review as well. Let's see if it's a first down. 53 seconds in. Homecoming tonight here at Troy.
How much fun did we have talking to Butch Jones? You see him on your screen. We talked about him being an old school coach. And, you know, when you've coached as long as he has, you can just tell he is not doing this job to chase wins. Now, this is not what he's in it for. He is in it to change the lives of young people, and I respect that. Having played for a guy like Joe Paterno the way I did and the impact he had on my life and so many others, I just sort of just appreciate this style of coach that knows it's just bigger than ball.
The runner was short of the line of game. The ball be placed at the 34.5-yard line, third down. The clock will start. Am I ready for play?
All right, so short of the first down here, it's going to be third down and a half a yard. The call is overturned. And it is going to be Tay Meadows who checks in, 22 here for the Trojans. Needing a half a yard to pick up the first down. He's number 5 in the Sun Belt with 71 rushing yards per game.
This is quarterback sneak territory. So you got options other than just Meadows.
Sneak, and the push is going to have them the first down. They got 2 yards there, 2.5. And no doubt about that one.
Yeah, so in that situation, I like the call, even though you got Meadows in fresh legs. And not that Kilcrest is the biggest guy, but I mean, you're looking at 3rd inches. You might as well take that green grass.
So first down for Troy. At their own 37-yard line, opening drive of the game here tonight. Meadows in the backfield. Play fake. Gilcrease. Pass is caught by Meadows. Dropped it, excuse me.
It's an outstanding play by Aaron Alexander. Big hit.
And how about 66 there, Tioka? Eli Russ. He just played his 2000th career snap on that last play.
Yeah, that's incredible. He's a super senior, and he's also a good player, too. And preseason all-Sun Belt performer, but he's a guy that's a leader on this team, the unquestioned leader of that offensive line. He's a guy that they will run behind, just as they did that quarterback sneak a minute ago.
He's only allowed 5 sacks in those 2,000 snaps in his career. Outstanding is right. Keeper here by Kilcrease, and he has the first down.
I like the call again. You're understanding that your tailback situation is a little dicey, and you knew Meadows was on a pitch count. You don't want to start upping his carries early in this football game, so now why not use a tailback as a decoy situation?
Heard you talking earlier about you thought both teams are really going to try to get that ground game started here tonight.
No question about it. They're going to need to establish the run game.
Gilcrease's pass incomplete. Wanting Ethan Connor, the tight end, and it's going to be 4th down here. So they pick up the first, and then the drive stalls after that 1 first down.
Yeah, I think the problem is Ethan decided he wanted to run before he caught it. Watch him take his eyes off. No. First things first. And he understood that the defender was coming. But you got to catch it, secure the football first, then try to make your move and break a tackle. Outstanding defense, though. Great job of breaking through and forcing that incompletion.
Yeah, A.G. McGee was right there to make the tackle for Arkansas State had he caught it. Here's the punt from Evan Crenshaw. And into the end zone, and that'll take us to our first timeout of the night. 12 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first. No score. Arkansas State on offense when we return.
ESPN College Football is presented by Ice Cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Jalen Rayner for Arkansas State as the Red Wolves are on offense for the first time tonight.
He's a winner. This guy's a dual threat quarterback who can beat you with his legs, but he can beat you with his arm as well. And so he's a leader, and they put a lot on him, and he responds basically game in and game out.
Keeper for Rayner on the first play, and that's not going to get too much. They're all over it. Troy defense. Kalito Levine on the tackle for Troy.
You're going to see a lot of design runs, Mike, of Rayner. They run counter with him. That was more of a lead play, but they're going to zone block it up and let him take it where you can see it. And you see some tempo here.
Wasting no time, Rayner's pass to the outside is caught. First reception of the night for Hunter Summers. And he's got a first down across the 35-yard line. Jordan Stringer on the tackle. That is the 28th reception of the season for Summers, transfer out of Tulane.
Yeah, I love the timing on that route. It looks like Summers got real physical on that 14-yard catch at the top of that route. Pushed off a little bit, got away with it, though.
Arkansas State right back up to the line quickly on a first down and 10 from the 36. Another pass over the middle. The catch is made. It's Chauncey Cobb making defenders miss. Cobb inside the 20 and tripped up at the 15 by Devin Lafayette. Chauncey Cobb with his team-leading 53rd reception of the season.
And he's all about the yak, his yards after catch. He's a tough tackle, folks. He can run through arm tackles, and he's elusive as well in the open field. Big play receiver, big play for the Red Wolves.
That one went for 50.
Oh, yeah. Red Wolves. No, I was right. Red Wolves. What am I doing?
You had it. 51 yards that time for Cobb.
He's so good. Got me discombobulated there, Carter.
Well, they're moving fast here. The handoff now, and the inside goes to Kenyon Clay. Clay towards the goal line. He's stacked up by Lafayette at the 1.
That's their power back. And I mean, you see how much it took to get him down the ground. He's not going to go down easy. 6'1", 220 pounds of muscle. Where's the fat on the guy? There is none. Watch the physicality in the hole.
And right back to Clay. And before that, they're going to call a flag here as the Arkansas State is moving so fast.
Offense, number 3. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Trennis Livingston is our referee tonight.
First down.
Yeah, and that's tough, too, because they were at the 1-yard line there, so it backs him up.
Yeah, that's a costly penalty. We'll see how costly, but this is what Dante Wright was talking about in terms of he needs to get some first down stops, because once they get this thing rolling, speaking of A-State, they can bury defenses with how fast they go.
Now it's 1st and goal after the penalty. Handoff again, Clay. And down to the 2.
This offensive line is opening this game very physical. There have been running holes on just about every run play. And this is an offensive line that's under a ton of pressure because they've given up some sacks. 2nd
and goal. Clay is dropped for a loss this time at the 5-yard line by Jordan Stringer.
Well, listen, I appreciate Dante Wright saying we're not going to sit back. I'm going to go ahead and bring some people and try to define this thing really quickly. As you see Jordan Stringer, the captain, seeing a hole open up just like a running back. As a linebacker, you take it right now and you can get yourself a TFL and get this offense set back.
This Troy defense will not go down quietly. The last 17 drives, they've given up just 2 touchdowns, and they've had 7 takeaways. 3rd and goal, Rayner looking over the middle. It's caught for the touchdown. And he's got Tyler Fortenberry for the score. His first touchdown of the season.
Wow, that's all Rayner. That's Rayner's ability to extend the play. And we talked about he can hurt you with his legs, but he's a throwing quarterback as well. This is not a move to run. This is a move to extend, eyes downfield, and great job by Fortenberry to sit in the hole of the zone. Don't run through zones. You sit down, and your quarterback, Jalen Rayner, will find you.
And Clune Van Andel comes in for the extra point. And It is good. Arkansas State, 80 yards on 7 plays, tied in 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
So a little bit of everything, the physicality, but what you saw a lot of was Rayner making the great decisions, and Fortenberry says, I'm on the board with my first touchdown of the year, and A-State is on the board with the first touchdown of the game.
Welcome back. Time for this week's college football rankings, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. And the big one on that board here today was Miami losing at SMU. Does that knock them out of the playoff picture potentially, Tyoka?
No, that's a great question. I mean, their losses aren't the best, but they got some really good quality wins. I think they're out of it for the ACC championship, but they had a win against then number 6 Notre Dame. USF was then 18. They beat Florida State, which was then 18, and they got a win against Florida, who almost beat Georgia today. So I think those are quality wins. They've still got a lot to play for to get in as an at-large bid.
And what about Vanderbilt? They were down big at Texas, cut it to 3 at the end.
Yeah.
But, you know, Texas has been getting all the pub this season, right, with Arch Manning and everything. And look at it, they're still right there. They got a big win over Vanderbilt today.
And give young Manning a lot of credit. He played his best game today, and we know he has been all over social media, good and bad, but the kid has not listened to the noise and continued to play.
And that kick goes out of bounds that time by Clayton Amaya. And that is the first time he's done that all season for Arkansas State.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
So Kilcrease back on the field here with Troy. And Tate Meadows will be the running back as they have it up at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position here on their second offensive drive of the night. They had 1 first down in the previous offensive set, then stalled out. Low step, it's a fumble, and it's Brian Whitehead that's on it for Arkansas State. He has recovered, and the Red Wolves are in business.
1st and 10, Arkansas State.
My goodness. Now, we talked about this during the week. You got Paul Bowling, who is a true freshman center, playing a position, one of the toughest, and that was a very low snap. And that was the start of a lot of problems. You see that ball get skipped back, and now it's just trying to find who can get a body onto the ground. And you'd like to see maybe some of those Troy Trojan players diving on that football instead of trying to pick it up. But Man, what an amazing play for A-State defensively. And look out here. Wouldn't be shocked if they try to go for 6 and go for the jugular.
Got to be worried about sudden change here now. And all of a sudden, Clay lines up and he takes a direct snap. Then he hands it back off to Rayner. And Rayner throws the pass and it's caught by Fortenberry. And he's down the sideline. He has a first down. And a late flag comes flying in as T.J. Thompson ran him out. But Fortenberry, who caught the touchdown pass, now has a first down and will await the call here.
Keith Heckendorf in his bag early on. What a beautifully designed play.
I'll tell you what, for Troy, it's kind of the exact opposite with the start of this game here. They were first in the Sun Belt with fewest fumbles lost this season with only 2. Then they have a fumble here early, and it's a team that usually has the takeaways,
That's
right?
exactly right. Yeah, and again, you got to be on the screws every single play. And this is, I believe this is going to be an illegal block downfield. This ball was thrown beyond.
There is no foul for offensive pass interference.
Okay.
First and 10.
And we'll get a look at it. And the reason why I thought it might be after this shift, you're going to see to the left of your screen, you're going to see an offensive player going downfield and blocking. Right there, number 5, Clay, blocking. Was the ball in the air? Because the ball was not thrown behind the line of scrimmage. If the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, you can make contact like that. Ball was thrown beyond. I think it was a bang-bang play.
Yep, absolutely. I thought that was a pretty creative play.
Oh, unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was just going to be a basic reel route.
The ruling on the field was a catch. The previous play is under video review.
All right, so they're going to review this here. And if it stands, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Arkansas State at the 17-yard line of Troy.
So it appears they're going to review the bang-bang play we just talked about and whether that contact was made before the catch. And look, and you see right there, Coach Jones is not happy about it.
Well, let's take a look at it again. Let's first make sure that he did
and I suspect
catch it, which I thought he did.
I thought he did, yeah. And I suspect one of the things he's upset about is that they held him at the line when they were trying to go fast.
I mean, he totally has
As a
it.
catch,
Yeah.
I gotta believe what they're reviewing. I couldn't expect them to try to review where the yardage is and where the ball is. I think this is a review of whether this was an illegal block or not. Is the only thing I can think of. And it is way too close to me to reverse this. And I understand. And again, I thought it was a penalty initially, and I think that's why the flag came in. But once he makes contact with that ball, all blocks downfield are legal.
All right, so they're going to sort it out here. We'll get the call in a little bit. There it is.
1st and 10.
Yeah, I don't think everything was fine there.
Yeah, and then again, I just, remember the call on the field, you got to have visual evidence that the call on the field was completely incorrect, and I didn't see anything there.
Yeah, and on that shift, too, you've got to be set for a full second, right? In which they both did.
Yes.
So there was no issue there.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty clean play and a good one there for Arkansas State to get it down to the 17, 1st and 10.
Well designed.
Absolutely. Devin Spencer is in now at running back for the Red Wolves. Fortenberry and Burgess, double tight ends on this set. Spencer, and not too much doing there. He's going to actually lose yardage. Good job by Troy defensively. Shut him down. Talik Robbins in on the play among a few others.
Yeah, this defensive front is very aggressive. They like to get up the field. They're a one-gap defense, which means they line up in their gap and they take their gap up the field and trying to get TFLs.
Now it's Rayner going to the end zone. The catch is made. It's Hunter Summers. Touchdown.
Wow, what a play by Summers. Beautiful job of going up and getting that with his hands. 19-yard touchdown. Great job of going up and getting a 50-50 ball. He beat Daniel Sisavon. But what happened was Sisavon never got turned around, and the ball was thrown up perfectly. When you think about how tall Summers is, he's 6'3", and he uses all of those inches to go get it.
Yeah, that's one where you just have your receiver make a play, and he certainly did that time.
50-50 ball.
Yep, great job by Summers.
That's a real thing.
That's his 4th touchdown catch of the season, too.
Wow.
And that drive just took 1 minute, 3 plays, 29 yards in the touchdown after the fumble recovery, and it's 14-0 Arkansas State.
And you said it after the fumble recovery that set all this up. But this is just a 50-50 ball. You're asking your guy to go make a play.
Offside, defense, number 8. Penalties declined. The score is good.
Yeah, David Daniel Sissamon, as you said, on coverage, but when he turned around, the ball was there, and he already made the catch.
It's really hard to play defensive back because you don't know exactly where the ball is. You're playing man coverage. You don't want to look too soon. And when he turned and looked, it was too late. So that tells me that the timing was perfect. This is something they work on in practice. And I remember when that 50-50 ball came into mode, we had never seen that being a play before Randy Moss. When Randy Moss got into the NFL, and unfortunately we had to play him twice a year when I was with the Buccaneers and he's with the Vikings, they would just throw it up. It didn't matter if he was covered. Just throw it up. And then once people start to see if you got a tall, athletic guy.
Number 2 for Troy is reporting as number 92.
You don't have to wait till he's open. You can let him uncover himself with his athleticism, and that's exactly what Summers did there.
And then, as a talented player like that, too, you talk about Moss, you protect your team, too. If you can't get it, you make sure that the defender can't get it.
That's right, and
exactly.
you play defensive back if nothing else, and the job of the quarterback is just give your guy a chance. Don't throw it out of bounds, and that's what Rayner did.
Clayton Amaya on the kickoff here for Arkansas State on top 14-0. DJ Epps going to return this one here for Troy. Across the 20, flag is down, knocked down across the 25-yard line. And this one potentially will be getting backed up here. 25-yard return. We've already had a lot of flags so far in this game here tonight.
And keep in mind, folks, you know, this Troy Trojan team is the most least penalized team in the Sun Belt Conference. This is not normally who they are.
5.5 penalties per game, which is the fewest, as you said, in the Sun Belt. And already tonight, another one here.
During the return, hold it. On the return team, number 42. Half the distance from the spot of the foul, 1st and 10.
So if you're a Trojan fan, you're wondering, okay, what do we do now? We're down 14-0 at home in homecoming. What do we do? Well, all you got to do is just go back to being who you are, right? Let's just establish this run game. Let's settle this thing down by turning it over to our offensive line to see if we can put it up and run the football. We understand that we got one injury and we got Meadows as Williams, but we got to establish this run game first, get some rhythm for our quarterback and our entire offense.
Officially the first penalty for Troy because a couple have been declined. Now they are all the way backed up inside of their own 10-yard line. Meadows, nothing. Look at that. Aaron Alexander comes storming in for Arkansas State.
Part of the problem is they haven't been efficient on first down except for the first play of the game. Other than that, they have not gotten anything done on first down, which has put them behind the chains, and they haven't been able to sustain drives. And that was just a great job of building a wall defensively by the A-State Red Wolves. Can they do it again?
Alexander and Hassler both in on that tackle that time for Arkansas State. 2nd down and 9. They'll give them 1 yard in the forward progress.
Changing the play.
Gilcrease, Meadows, and gets a few yards this time up to the 14-yard line. Be about 4 yards shy of the first. Brian Whitehead, Nigel Nelson on the tackle.
Yeah, and that at least will get them some breathing room and set up a 3rd and manageable situation for Sean Regan to make this call. And the question is, what is the call? I think this is where now you got to turn to Mothershed and Higgins and Epps, your top 3 receivers, and you're going to try to run stick routes. You don't need to get anything deep. Can you just pick up a first down?
Let's see what they got here. Gilcrease off the hands of the receiver and almost intercepted. Brandon Barnes was the closest to it there, number 8 for Arkansas State.
First of all, you had 2 receivers in the same area of that pass, one low and one high, but that ball came in so hot. Man, that was a tough call. He tried to fit it into a tight window. Got great protection from their offensive line, who have not been great. But again, were you trying to go to the low receiver or the high one? It's hard to say. They had levels.
Well, they had Epps there, the receiver, and then Jackson Worley, the tight end.
Exactly.
And what a tough start here if you're Troy right now. Here's the punt from Crenshaw. The great punt, though. All the way back into Arkansas State territory inside the 40-yard line. We'll see if they spot it. And Troy's offensive series have gone punt, fumble, punt. 14-0 Arkansas State with the ball when we come back. You were talking about college basketball earlier, Ty. We got to get you in this here. Louisville, UConn, women's basketball, top 25 matchup, and then Texas and Duke.
Hot take. Women's basketball in college is so much better than men's basketball. I'm just telling you what it is right now. I will watch women's basketball every day of the week. With the men, I pick and choose.
Well, we also have the exclusive reveal of the first college football playoff top 25 rankings of the season. All this is on Tuesday on ESPN and the ESPN app, so don't miss that. Arkansas State back to work and dominating here in this game. Another catch, Hunter Summers, who had the latest touchdown, and now he has a first down in Troy territory.
Yeah, Summers is on a heater. It's just an over route from the other side, and he got lost in the coverage. Beautiful throw, though. Sometimes, Rainer, you can just lay it in there beautifully and perfectly drop it in the bucket. That's what he did there.
Now they're going on the ground here for Devin Spencer. And Spencer's going to get inside the 35-yard line. And Tyoka, when the pressure's on because they're going so fast and they're converting.
Yeah, defensively, you're going to have to make a play. They've been doing an amazing job talking about Troy getting TFLs and negative plays. They need to start getting them now.
Rainer's pass is caught right at the first down marker, the 29-yard line by Spencer.
Head coach Butch Jones talked about his offensive line was under a lot of pressure with this defensive line. They're doing great so far.
It was shy of the first, but not anymore as Spencer runs for the first. And Julian Peterson makes the tackle, but it's a fresh set of downs here for Arkansas State.
Yeah, and to that point again, Arkansas State has given up the second most sacks in the Sun Belt this year, and Troy has the most sacks of any team in the Sun Belt. So that was going to be a huge matchup, and so far they have shut Troy out of this sack department.
How about total yardage here so far throughout the first 10 minutes Arkansas State 146, Troy 18.
Wow. That's, didn't see that coming.
Nope.
The ruling on the previous play was first down. The offense ran a play which makes it second down and 9 yards to go. Please set the game clock to 5:15. Thank you.
Thank you for that summation.
5:18.
Okay, so what happened was they gave him the first down, and then that run was the first down run for a yard. Butch Jones is upset because he's saying, look, we ran that play because we thought we were short of the first down.
No,
so we wouldn't have done that if we had the first. That's why he's so upset. And Rayner will keep this one, and he'll get another first down. So he's making good on everything. Another flag comes in here. We've had a ton of flags already in the first quarter of action. Yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes you go so fast, they didn't even get the down marker set and the chain moved. And
Hold on. Offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Yeah, Jones has got to be upset with the sequence there because, you get.
He's red.
Yeah.
I mean, his team is the Red Wolves, and I'm telling you right now, he's red hot, and he should be. I mean, that's a huge mistake by the officials, just going to be honest, because that affected the play sequence.
Right.
And now,
right.
Maybe that play doesn't even happen with the holding penalty.
Right. They didn't make any motion to say first down.
That's right.
I didn't see that it was a first down. They didn't say that, and I guess after the fact they said, well, it was.
Opportunity for Troy's defense, though.
Right. And more flags come in here.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. Remain second down.
All right, it's a third penalty tonight already for Arkansas State.
Yeah. Two of them, two straight plays. But again, this is the opportunity now for your Troy, right? You're the second best defense in this conference. And so far, this has been an embarrassing start, if we're going to be honest about it. But the good news is there's plenty of football left to be played. And now here's your opportunity now to get this offense off the field and get your defense some rest.
Second down and long. Rayner, he goes to the sideline. It's caught. He's got Corey Rucker for the first time tonight, and it's a first down to the 16. My goodness.
Looks to me that 27-yard gain because I think Justin Poe was looking for help that never came.
Clay on the carry. They're right back to it. Not much there. Luis Medina on the tackle.
That was just a coverage bust. I mean, somebody's got to be communicating. If I'm going to let this receiver go up the sidelines, I need a safety coming over the top. The problem is the safety had a guy threaten him deep in his face. So I think there was situations where guys thought it was a different coverage than what it was.
It was second down and 24, and they got 27.
Unbelievable.
And how about Corey Rucker for the first time tonight, number 7? And he has been outstanding for this team. 41 catches. He is the all-time leading receiver in yards at Arkansas State and the active career leader in the nation with almost 3,600 yards receiving. And he is now second all-time in Sun Belt receiving yards in history as well with that catch. Wow. He needed 26 coming in, and he got 27. Second down, Rayner in trouble and throws it away as Jamal Williams was in there under pressure.
And Rucker was there, though. It's not grounding. Even though he wasn't out of the pocket, I can tell by your voice. Where's that grounding?
Intentional grounding.
Yeah.
Quarterback was outside the pocket.
Oh, they're going to say he was outside the pocket.
Offense was in the area.
Well, I disagree with that.
I thought he was in the pocket.
He was definitely in the pocket.
If he's in the pocket, it's got to be a receiver in the area.
Which there was, and so the second part of that explanation was true. Rucker was in the area, number 7, but yeah, he was not outside the tackle box.
That's his first incompletion of the night.
But it was the pressure finally getting there.
8 of 9. Now this one's caught here by Clay. And he's hit hard at the 13-yard line by David Daniel Sisavon again. And it's now 4th down. So a crazy offensive set here that had Arkansas State in business, but they had a bunch of penalties, backed themselves up. Now they're going to settle for a field goal.
So you give the Troy defense some credit. They did bow up in the red zone, right? The problem was if they didn't give up that big play, there would be no field goal attempt. Now because they gave that big play up, A-State gets to change the scoreboard again, at least an opportunity.
It's a 30-yard attempt here for Clune Van Andel, who's 12 of 15 on the season. He's hit from 51 as long on the year. This is from 30, and that one is up and good. So it's been all Arkansas State here, 17-0 now, with 2:58 to play in the first.
Yeah, it couldn't have been a worse start if you're Troy. This is as bad as it gets, and I know they can't wait to get out of this first quarter.
Right.
They're in a funk right now. There's no life on the sidelines. Their coach is trying to figure out what's going on, and they just need something good to happen for them, especially in offense. They haven't been able to get any first downs. No rhythm for their quarterback, no rhythm for their offense at all. I mean, and I know that Sean Regan, the offense coordinator, is searching for what can I do to give us a spark, because right now they need it.
Touchdown, touchdown, field goal, the 3 drives in a row for Arkansas State to begin this game. The latest one, 9 plays, 48 yards, 3 minutes and 40 seconds, capped off by the 30-yard field goal. And the passing yards, 158 to 4. That turnover obviously didn't help as well. The fumble, which led to the touchdown.
As you get a good look at Goose Crowder, that's their normal starter who broke his collarbone early in the season. That gave Gilchrist the chance to come in, and up until today, he's been lights out. And this whole offense has been lights out. But right now, the lights are out. They need to get him turned on and get him turned on quickly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Crowder is available in this game, is what we were told. So we'll see. But it's Gilchrist who's been the starter, and now Epps on the return across the 20 and to the 23. Another flag comes in. I mean, they say Crowder for maybe an emergency situation. What happens if you're down big? Is that also constitute as maybe we need to change it up here? I don't know. I'm wondering.
That's a great question. I think the way they told us, he was not really ready to play.
Okay,
I mean, it just, the way they put it, you could just tell.
There's no foul for holding. First and 10.
So I took that to mean emergency. They'd rather put Crowder in than me.
Yeah.
And so the choice between me and Crowder, they'll put him in to go in. But they said if he goes in, he's pretty much going to probably hand it off because he's not quite ready. But he is starting to practice, and he's on the road to recovery. So whether that's a week or 2, who knows?
Gilchrist.
But that's the guy. He can get this going. I mean, we've seen he's too good on tape. There's no question about that. They just need to get going and get a rhythm.
And Gilchrist is sacked. They faked the handoff, and Brian Whitehead was not fooled and sacks Gilchrist.
Well, that's the decision right there. As a defensive end, I've been there. Do I take the back or do I take the quarterback? I always appreciate guys who like to hit the quarterback. So Brian Whitehead made the right decision at the right time, and it is a huge play for this defense.
Is that one of those things as a defender, your key is the quarterback, so he's going there no matter what, or someone else, you know what I mean?
I think in that situation, that tackle block down, you're supposed to go down, but I think he just decided to try to make a play, and it worked out for him.
Certainly did. Second down to 15.
I mean, sometimes you just got to make a decision.
Timeout, Troy. First timeout of the first half, 30 seconds.
And you learn from Little League, if you're going to make a mistake, make it full speed. So he made a quick decision, it was full speed, and it turned out to be the right one.
Second down and 15 after the timeout here for Troy. Tucker Gilchrist. He's thrown for over 1,200 yards this season with 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And you take a look at his play early, right? And all of a sudden, look what he's done over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
He had to come off the bench against a really good Memphis team, and it got ugly, if we're going to be honest with you. But he settled in, and they're on this 5-game winning streak in large part because of his play. I mean, versus South Alabama, he became one of the second Trojan to throw for 200 yards and rush for 100 in the same game, and it hadn't been done in 30 years. So this guy is the guy. He can get it going. They just need to get a first down, get into a rhythm. I know I sound like a broken record, but that's what they need right now.
Yeah, he's just got to get something going, and he hasn't so far in the first. He's 1 for 4 with 4 yards passing.
I like the idea of going back to the wide receiver screens, just to get them lathered up, just to see them let the ball go through the net, so to speak, back to your basketball.
There you go. Well, it's second down and 15 here, coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Gilchrist over the middle. The catch is, ball is dropped.
What a hit.
Ethan Connor, he had it for the moment, and then he got crushed by A.G. McGee.
Moving on the field is an incomplete pass.
And Trenton Allen Yao is down, the quarterback for Arkansas State. Some big hits there. And there's Trenton Allen Yao. As they attend to him, McGee made the hit. There's 14 Connor, who they wanted to have there.
We talked to McGee during the week. Whoa.
Oh, sorry, it was Allen Yao.
That was, oh, wow,
yeah,
that was, okay.
Hit.
Yep.
It was him.
Obviously, it was a huge hit, big play.
Yep, he got him first, and then there's Alexander.
And he got some shoulder, but he got some of that head in that ball in that hit as well. And you could see his body because he was trying to get mostly shoulder, but sometimes, and this is football, and things happen the way they happen. He came in with a lot of physicality, and he gave it up for his team because that was an easy catch and first down.
Yeah, it's good to see him there jogging off the field.
Under his own power. I love that.
Absolutely.
Yes. Transfer from App State. 6'2", 182 pounds. Great size for a corner. Really long, too.
Well, we talked about at the open how much this game means for Arkansas State. They are 3-1 in the conference. Troy is 4-0. So if they get the win here tonight, they're both tied at 4-1. They have the tiebreaker, and then both teams still have to play Southern Miss, which is 4-0.
Yeah, and we talked about it. This isn't necessarily an elimination game for Troy. I mean, you got to win it. You like this streak to keep it going. You don't want to lose any games in November. But this, to me, is an elimination game for A-State if they lose it. And right now, they're playing like this is an elimination game.
Right. They are. 17-0 with 2:06 to go in the first quarter, and it's 3rd down and 15 for Troy from the 23. Gilcrease has a man over the middle, and it is caught at the Arkansas State 40-yard line by Trey Taylor. What a catch.
Okay, that's the guy I've seen on tape all week. That's the Tucker Gilcrease that drops dimes all over the field. That's the Trey Taylor with the speed to get down the seam. Watch this throw. Are you kidding me? Look at that. It is absolutely perfect.
Incredible on both sides there, quarterback and wide receiver. They had 4 passing yards until that last play, and they got 43 on that one. Gilcrease with the play fake. Pressure, he's going to be sacked. Second time tonight. Ethan Hassler is in there. He's got 3.5 sacks now on the season for Arkansas State.
So we told you that Arkansas State offensive line was the second worst in terms of giving up the sacks. Well, Troy's offensive line is the worst in terms of giving up the sacks. This has been a problem all year. And this is a max protect situation. And the pocket is still getting pierced. It's a great job of coming off the block at the level of the quarterback and getting a sack. But that ball's got to come out. He starts to step up and hold that football. He's got to let it go.
So now 2nd down and 16 here. Under a minute to go in the first from the 45. Handoff goes to Meadows. Gets down to the 39-yard line, right back to the original line of scrimmage.
So we're going to track Meadows and see how many carries he gets. We saw that Lovett got injured early. He's a very dynamic back, and he's consistent too. He's not a burner. He's a guy that's going to get the 4 and 5 yards, chain-moving type runs for your offense.
Meadows stays in. 3rd down here. Fake to him. Gilcrease's pass is caught inside the 30. Jackson Worley, the tight end, and he has the first down. Down to the 28-yard line. That's what they needed, and that's the end of the first.
Yeah, it's so funny how 1 or 2 plays can change the momentum of a football game. Obviously, it's still 17-0. Still 17-0 Red Bulls, but Gilcrease is getting hot, and that's good for the home team.
Yes, he is. We'll see if they can get something going at the start of the second quarter when we come back. The first quarter belonged to Arkansas State, 17-0 from Alabama. Back with more after this. how about the first quarter scoring margin for Arkansas State versus this Troy Trojans team? Last year plus 13, tonight plus 17. That's 30-0 in the last 2 meetings. They won last year 34-31. But the second quarter starts with Troy with the football, and on the ground it's Tay Meadows as he's tackled down by A.G. McGee.
Well, what a tackle by McGee, because that probably saved the touchdown.
Yeah.
Meadows was in the middle of a beautiful jump cut, but McGee, bringing his arms, makes that tackle.
5-yard gain, 23-yard line, the spot of the ball here for Troy, trying to get something going to start the second quarter. Fourth drive of the night. Meadows again, stacked up. Couple yards, though. They'll get up to the 21-yard line. It's going to be third down.
Yeah, see, I like what's happening here. We got the completion. It got you some momentum. Now you're returning to this run game, which I think is going to be the key all day. Got in 13 personnel, right? That's 1 running back, 3 tight ends. You're now trying to mash this defense. We talked about the struggles of the offensive line. In pass blocking, they do not struggle running the football. Let's lean into that.
All right, Tyoka, now you got Jarvis Williams in here, number 4. He's carried the ball just 11 times this season, played in 6 games. Taylor goes in motion. Swinging out to Thomas, who makes the catch. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. It's that time Aaron Alexander, and it's not going to be enough. Fourth down here. They got to get to the 18, so it's 4th and 2.
I think Thomas could have stayed outside, though. Take a look at this. You're going to see Williams outside, lead blocking. And what if he takes that ball outside? There's no defenders out there.
Yeah, why did he go to the inside?
He thought he could get that first down. I understand being aggressive, trying to get to the line of the game, but, man, you got to read that thing out. He had Jarvis Williams leading him outside.
And Troy wants to go for it here, down 17-0. It's 4th down and 2. Thomas in motion. Gilcrease spinning, looking, throwing. It got tipped, and it's incomplete. And Arkansas State's going to take over. Ethan Hassler got a hand on it. And they take over on downs.
What a play by Hassler. Unbelievable. And I like the design, the reverse pivot, that you get the eyes going the other way. But when you can't get to the quarterback and you're not very close to him to hit him, that's when I'm okay with getting your hands up and jumping for the pass. A lot of times quarterbacks will be very smart and pump fake, which probably Gilchrist could have used right there to get you going and you can run. But when you're that far away with a little bit of distance, go ahead and jump and knock that ball down. Excellent job.
Yeah, good call there. That was a great defensive stand by the Arkansas State defense. Troy was number 1 in the Sun Belt, 67% on 4th downs this season. And it was 4th and 2, and they didn't get it. Clay on the catch, makes a man miss, drags tacklers out of bounds to the far side of the field. Joe Locke finally pushed him out for Troy. It's a good 8-yard gain on the play.
Well, you had a defender there in a one-on-one situation, and he couldn't bring him down, and now he's going off the field, trying to get a number on who that was that missed that tackle, but I think it was Sisavon that missed it.
And now the pass goes down the flat to Chauncey Cobb, and he is decked on the spot by Kalino Levine, who was right there to make the play.
Well, that's how you don't miss a tackle.
Right.
There's no arm tackling here, folks. This is how you put pad on pad. Watch him run his feet. Well, his feet went dead, but the contact was good enough.
Okay, so those plays aren't working for either team right now so far, right? Go down the field. And they're all over it. Arkansas State here on 3rd down tonight, 1 for 2.
They better get number 22, Donnie Smith, block.
3rd and 7. And the pass is incomplete. Rucker, the intended target. TJ Thompson was all over him. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, they live on getting pressure on the quarterback in those obvious pass situations. I brought up Donnie Smith because he's the leading sacker in the conference, but they're all good at getting in the backfield and putting pressure on the quarterback. That pocket began to collapse. Rayner felt that. Tight coverage, too. Hard to complete a pass in that situation.
That is the first Troy stop tonight.
Whoa.
Yeah, Arkansas State had scored in their first 3 possessions. Touchdown, touchdown, field goal. Now Jackson Waller to punt. Peyton Higgins back to return. Higgins watches it go out of bounds, and a flag comes flying in.
This is on Troy. You might see a head coach, Jared Parker, literally lose his mind. You ever seen someone literally lose their mind? I think I made my dad literally lose his mind. It wasn't pretty. I'm just telling you right now. It was
not a good sign.
No, it was a long time ago, and I still remember it. That should tell you everything.
Either way, still down 17-0. It's not the way they envisioned this one, of course, starting out here tonight. Now Butch Jones, looks like it's going to be on them.
On the kicking team.
Oh,
yeah.
More than 5 in the backfield. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. There's no foul for holding on the return team. Timeout.
The officials are working hard today.
A lot of stuff going on here tonight, yeah. 11:46 to play in the second. 17-0 Arkansas State. Before the Chiefs battle the Bills, Alex Smith goes all access with Patrick Mahomes and the art of the off-platform throws. Yes, he does some of those. Plus a report from Detroit. J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings take on the Lions. And then you mentioned him earlier, Randy Moss. You got Moss, his catches from the week. All that and more on Sunday NFL Countdown tomorrow.
Yeah, I still got nightmares of how we had this guy covered, and he would just go up and make plays no matter what the defense was doing. Couldn't stop him.
Now it is time for Troy to get something going here as they trail it 17-0. A handoff to Meadows. A couple of yards up to the 47-yard line here. What are you seeing right now? What are they got to do on this drive to kind of make something happen?
Well, they got something going last drive. They just didn't finish. But at least there's some things that you can build upon. And obviously getting the ball downfield is one of them. You know you got a deep passing available. You've shown that you can run the football. Now you have to finish off the situations, picking up first downs so you can finish the drives off.
Gilcrease, pressure, he's sacked again. It is the third time tonight, and DeMarcus Hendricks got him, but it was really Nigel Nelson that went shooting through there to get Gilcrease off balance, and then Hendricks finished him off.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. When they go drop back pass and they do not go max protect, they are very vulnerable. Watch the delayed blitz there by Nelson. Just a true freshman. And although he didn't finish it off, his coming through killed the play. Who knows what was open downfield? It doesn't matter. Great job on doing it from depth, so the offensive line didn't know he was coming.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 3rd down and 12 now here for Troy. Struggling in this game, 42-yard line to their own side. Gilcrease guns it, incomplete. Looking at midfield, and the pass a little bit high there. Avante Dickerson was on coverage for Arkansas State, and they wanted DJ Epps, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, I think moving forward, one of the adjustments from Troy is they're going to have to leave people in, whether that's backs or tight ends, because it's going to be a problem with this pass rush. It's been a problem all year, but they're behind now. They're going to have to go deep and go to the air a lot more than what they used to, so you're going to have to protect this quarterback.
It's a 3rd punt tonight for Evan Crenshaw. And fair catch called for just inside the 20-yard line by Aaron Blancas. 17-zip, Arkansas State back on offense when we return.
College football playoff top 25.
We got brackets to talk about. A lot of movement wide open.
The top 25 rankings reveal and 12-team CFP projection. Tuesday on ESPN.
Time now for our Fansville College Football Update, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. As we keep it in the Sun Belt here, James Madison, what a season they're having, 52-20 over Texas State. Tioga, they're 7-1, 5-0. That's on the east side of the Sun Belt.
How about you lose Kurt Cignetti? He's going on and doing amazing things at Indiana, and man, Bob Chesney's got that thing rolling, huh?
Yes, he does.
I mean, that's to me, that's a program deal there. That program now, in terms of how Cignetti left it, beautiful.
They were a game up on Coastal Carolina, who is 4-1 on the east side, who they play in the final regular season game of the year. So if they both keep winning, it'll come down to that game to decide who gets to go to the Sun Belt Championship game, as Kenyon Clay carries for Arkansas State. And now you wonder, I mean, they've always been moving fast in this game. That's just how they go. Do you try to slow it down a little bit here in this game, or do you just kind of keep doing what you're doing here as Rayner carries?
I don't think you change a thing.
Okay.
I mean, what you've been doing has got you 17-0. You've only been stopped one time by their defense. You've shown that if you don't turn it over or you don't penalize yourself, you're going to move the football down the field and change the scoreboard. So it's way too early to be thinking about any foot off the gas, anything, right? We know how college football is. You know, so if I'm the Red Wolves, I'm being aggressive and continue looking for points.
Clock to 9:35.
3rd and 6 to keep this drive alive for Butch Jones's group. He's got off to the fast start tonight. 1 for 3, though, on third down.
The Trojans' defensive line has got to take advantage of this 3rd and long situation.
3 receiver set. Rayner looking sideline, and it's incomplete. Wanted Chauncey Cobb or Devin Spencer.
And T.J. Thompson getting back in his zone drop made that a tough throw. Watch number 4 to the left of the screen. The underneath defender, see him jumping up, making that a high throw. There's no question that Rayner saw the underneath defender, and he's trying to go over the top of the underneath and underneath the deep corner, and just couldn't get it done.
All right, so 4th down and 6. Jackson Waller to punt here. Peyton Higgins back to return. Inside of his own 35-yard line. Makes the catch to the 27. Oh, and he's decked at the 32-yard line. What a hit. Jordan Sample. My goodness. Watch this. Listen to this.
You want to play college football? Okay. You wanted to run into guys like Sample. That was vicious and legal. Love that.
All right, so what's going on here tonight? This is a battle on the west side of the Sun Belt, and it's also the revenge tour for Gerad Parker and the Troy Trojans. Everybody that they lost to last year, so far they've beaten, and then what about here tonight?
And you think they don't know it? You think that's not a topic of conversation? You know, anything that you can get lathered up and dialed up as a football player, you're going to use all of that.
Gilcrease's pass caught at the 45-yard line for the first down by Trey Schwartz.
Nice job by Schwartz handling that football. That snap looked a little suspect. I'm wondering if Paul Bowling, the true freshman center, who's coming off an injury, is he worried about what's going on up front with this pass rush?
Well, they had the fumble earlier on the low snap.
That's right.
That's a 12-yard gain and a first down. 44-yard line, the spot of the ball here for the Trojans, down 17-0. Hand off to Meadows. Dropped by Brian Whitehead. No gain.
Nice job by Whitehead getting into the backfield. Transfer from Liberty, 6'1", 265. A little undersized, but very quick. And he showed his quickness there, getting the penetration and getting the TFL all by himself.
So much for Meadows not playing too much here tonight, right?
Right.
They said they only want to get him 5 or 6 carries, but it was Jordan Lovett who went down earlier in this game with an injury. He did come back for a couple, but we haven't seen him, and it's been all Meadows here. Jarvis Williams has played a couple snaps too. That's it. In the running back department, as the keeper by Gilcrease goes out of bounds.
I think Gilcrease had his guy early, and I'm not sure he saw him. He had a receiver uncovered in that middle to intermediate range, and he could have let that ball go. Would have been an easy first down. Not so he saw him, and he just had to eat it. Now it's another 3rd and long situation. Again, we talked about the protection. They have got to protect first. Gilcrease has shown he can hurt you, but he can't do it from his backside.
Tight end Connor on the left side of the offensive line. 3 receivers. He gets it out quickly, and the catch is made in midfield. And it's going to be shy of the first. Roman Mothershead on the catch. The first down marker, 4 yards shy.
Decision-making time here, but I like the adjustment there. You saw number 14, Ethan Connor, come into the formation and aid in this pass rush, and also the ball came out quick.
I'm not sure you want to give up this field position if you don't get the first down here. They already went for it once on 4th and 2 and didn't get it. Now it's 4th and 4.
And then remember, your defense is starting to play well too, so that you are definitely gambling here, putting a lot of trust again in this offensive line and Gilcrease to get it done.
Meadows to his left. Gilcrease. And it's knocked down again. That's the 2nd time. Simeon Mitchell. And Arkansas State is going to take over at midfield.
1st and 10, Arkansas State.
And to separate the players here, a little extracurricular activity at the end of the play.
I saw some physicality from the striped shirts as well, keeping people away from each other.
Red Wolves are fired up, as they should be. That's their 2nd 4th down stop tonight. They lead 17-0. Troy has never been scoreless in the first half. under head coach Jared Parker. This is his 21st game, too, with the Trojans. And right now, they're 6:37 away from that happening for the first time under his leadership. We'll be back.
Introducing Verts. Swipe for news and highlights. Now available on the ESPN app.
Welcome back to Troy. It is 17-0 Arkansas State. They have it 1st and 10 at midfield. Rayner rolling, looking, going deep over the middle. It's into traffic and it's incomplete. There's double coverage back there. One at Chauncey Cobb, and it was Kalino, Levine, and Joe Lott.
Didn't love the decision. Double covered. You know, I mean, not sure what you were hoping to get done there. That, to me, that's an interception ball if the defense stays up. You got multiple guys falling down. Nobody makes a play on the ball of the three of them. Look, no one makes a play on that ball. I mean, defensively, you've got to keep your feet, go up and get that ball. That ball belongs to you.
Probably better that it was overthrown that time
right.
If you're Arkansas State. Now play fake. Rayner, he's got a wide open man. It's Hunter Summers across the middle for the first. And Jordan Stringer on the tackle.
Yeah, they're continuing to lose guys in this zone coverage. And Rayner, if you lose guys, he will find the open man. And on the move, the poise is unbelievable.
Clay, the running back, he has it. Goes forward for maybe a yard if they give it to him. Luke Hodge on the tackle.
Big hit.
Linebacker.
Big hit in that hole. I like the physicality by Hodge there. Once he made contact, that ball carrier went down.
.5:45 to go in this first half. Arkansas State. 2nd down and 10. Rayner rolls away from pressure. Gonna just take off now and go out of bounds. Hodge again there. running them out. Louis Medina had the quarterback pressure.
Yeah, Medina, good thing he didn't get his hands on him. I mean, they talked about how powerful Medina is. 6'1", 305 pounds, #1 in your program, and probably #1 in terms of wrecking the interior offensive line of most people they play.
All right, now it's 3rd down here. Just a gain of a yard, 3rd and 9. Rayner, and that's too deep. Wanted Corey Rucker.
Outstanding coverage there. Kalino Levine, stride for stride with, might be the program's best receiver of all time.
And they're going to go for the field goal, and it's going to be Jackson Waller that's going to come in, who's the punter, and we were told does go for the longer field goals at times here. Or no, it is Koen Van Andel, excuse me. I'm sorry, Koen Van Andel. Waller's the holder.
You got to drive that ball rather low. This is a block opportunity for the defense if they can get some penetration, get their hands up.
50-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it is no good. Yeah, that was on the other side. It was Troy that brings in another guy for the longer field goals. Van Andel, who's hit from 51 this season, missed from 53, and then he just missed here on this one from 50 yards.
So it's been a minute since we've seen some real emotion from this Troy sidelines. And I think that was a big stop right now. But you got to play some complimentary football now if you're the offense of the Trojans. You got to pay this off. You haven't been able to pay off anything else that's happened good in terms of what your defense has set up for you. Here's your opportunity. 17-0. This is a great opportunity to go on a nice, long, methodical drive and change the scoreboard and maybe change the fortunes of this game.
Well, and you're also going to get the ball to start the second half as well.
There you go. So you got 2 opportunities coming, but you better take care of this first. And it's going to be important to get a good first down to set yourself up for the rest of these sequence of downs.
Jordan Lovett is in the backfield. He's back in here for Troy, and he gets the call. And he's going to be taken down by Aaron Alexander and Nigel Nelson.
Well, what a play. Alexander getting upfield into the backfield. And that really was Nigel Nelson. He's the one that got into the backfield and set the edge and helped make the play. And that true freshman now is making a couple big plays that's standing out.
And I'm not sure if Lovett is really at 100% as he goes right back out. Meadows is back in. 1 yard on the play, 2nd and 9. Leatherhead in motion. They throw it to him, he's got it, but he's in the backfield, and he's taken down. Joe Drew, true freshman safety.
Well, this is just a situation where you got man coverage and you're hoping Drew gets lost in the trash coming across the formation. The problem is he didn't. That's an outstanding play. But a lot of guys, they do. They come across and maybe they lose eye discipline or they run into somebody else, have to bow out or whatever. Great job of Drew keeping his eyes on his prize and making the play.
Or hoping your guy makes a move and can get by.
There you go.
Didn't happen, as you said. 3rd down and 12.
And the reason he couldn't is because he didn't dance with him. He got aggressive.
4 receivers set, and look out! Kilcrease sacked Aaron Alexander, and I didn't even have a chance to say it that Tyoka, you had said you got to have somebody back there protecting. They had nobody, and Arkansas State teed off.
And Kilcrease is paying the price as he jogs off the field right now.
Drew Collins is injured here for Arkansas State. Back to this. Look at this sandwich here.
Watch how fast. Plants the back foot, and he's getting hit by multiple players. And obviously we're hoping that Collins gets up really quickly and jogs off. But as soon as you plant that back foot at the top of your drop back, you're not supposed to be getting hit. There should be an opportunity to step up and make a throw. And man, this Kilcrease kid is very tough because he took a massive hit.
Well, he got hit from both sides. It was Aaron Alexander and Drew Collins, and Collins is the one who was down here for Arkansas State. And that's good to see. Yeah, there's a lot of big hits in this game tonight. Tyoka, I mean, lucky for him too. That's good. That's great. I mean, makes a nice play. You don't want to get injured on, you and your teammate on that combined sack.
Yeah, and I think this is something that Jared Parker, the head coach of Troy Trojans, is going to have to address in the locker room. They're going to have to come up with an adjustment. You cannot allow this pass rush to continue, because you've seen you can make money downfield. Your receivers, you've got guys that can make plays. The problem is the ball's not coming out of the pocket because the pocket is getting destroyed.
Here's the punt from Crenshaw. Blancas is back to return. He muffs it, and Troy is going to recover it. Colton Walls has it for the Trojans.
And that's no penalty there because his own man is the one who made contact.
Rooting on the field is a muff by the receiving team, recovered by Troy. 1st and 10, Troy.
I think you're going to see Blancas get hit by his own guy.
It's just what Troy needed.
So there's the fair catch. But then if you can't get there, what a great job by the coverage guy. That was number 10. Let me get a name on that because his name deserves to be said. He did a great job of running the blocker. That's Jabari Strait.
Right, he ran him right into his receiver.
Exactly.
Return man.
And if you can't get there legally because of the fair catch, you run the blocker into the receiver. That's a legal play.
All right, so now Troy in business here, and this pass is caught, but right on the spot, Joe Drew another tackle on DJ Epps, who made the catch.
A freshman again.
Yeah.
So he's so aggressive. Right now, again, the adjustment off of this, if you're Sean Reagan, you're going to, a double move. You've got to figure how to take advantage of this young player's aggression, because running the play right at him, hoping he gets blocked or gets lost in trash, is not going to work. He's too aggressive. He's seeing one thing, one key, and he's going.
That is now 6 tackles for loss for 31 yards for this Arkansas State defense.
And that's a defense that doesn't usually get a lot of tackles for loss.
Right. 2nd down and 14. Gilcrease running, and he's got room. All of a sudden, his receiver goes down the field and took one of the defenders with him, and it freed up space. And Gilcrease runs for the first.
Yeah, that's just a smart play by Tay Meadows, because he had to make a decision. Should I go block or what should I do? Just go run a route. And what that does is that puts the defender in a bind. Watch the Meadows just now. There's the play fake. Now Meadows is going out for the swing pass. Now he's realizing what's happening. Look at Meadows take off. So now you're forcing the defender to make a decision. And again, that's the freshman who's trying to keep up with him. Does he play coverage or does he come up and hit the quarterback? Great job by Meadows by allowing that play, and Gilcrease gets the first, or gets close to the first down.
He stepped out just shy of the first, pardon me, so it's going to be 3rd and 1, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll be back. 17-0 Arkansas State. Welcome back. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Big part of the game right now for Troy on 3rd down and 1.
3rd and inches, you can sneak this thing again. I think this is 4-down territory, but we talked about how Troy gets the ball in the second half. This is an early critical situation. You need to capitalize on this. 2 tight ends in the ball game.
Meadows in the backfield.
3 tight ends, excuse me.
Has it, and will he get it? It's going to be close. And it looks from the initial spot he's going to be shy. Simeon Mitchell with a tackle for Arkansas State.
Excuse me, Mike. I would go tempo right now and go quarterback sneak. I would get right up to the line of scrimmage. I would not huddle in this situation. I would go fast tempo and sneak this ball. Remember, they got the first down of the game on 3rd down with the quarterback sneak. I think this is an opportunity again right here.
This is the 3rd time they are going for it on 4th down tonight. Troy, they've been unsuccessful in the first 2. 4th and 2 from the 20, 4th and 4 from midfield. Now 4th and 1 from just outside the 25, and Meadows, he's got it. Nigel Nelson on the tackle, but not before Meadows has the first.
So 4 tight ends in the ball game. Did you see the motion?
Timeout, Troy.
Watch the
This is the
motion.
10-second timeout in the first half, 30 seconds.
So Ethan Connor got behind the center initially like he was going to take the snap and then moved over slightly, and they just ran power football. I liked the eye candy that they showed the defense because all you need is inches. You just need a little hesitation from the defense. It's all you needed, and you ran right at them.
Well, you hope you can get it with all those blockers right over there on that side.
That's
that
exactly right.
That's what they needed. So 4th downs, Troy coming into tonight, 12 of 18. And in this game, 1 for 3.
Yep.
But that's a big one, though, because you were talking to me during the break. Troy gets the ball to start the second half. You got to get something here on this drive.
Yeah, you got to change the scoreboard. And I think they might have found something with these extra tight ends. You don't have to just bring them in on short yardage situations. You can go 1st and 10 with your big package, 2, 3 tight ends in the ball game and move people.
Remember, Arkansas State has 3 sacks tonight and 6 tackles for loss. Fake to Meadows. The pass is deflected by DeMarcus Hendricks.
Wow.
Is that the 2nd time tonight?
It is, and he is getting upfield in a hurry.
Wow.
This is a play-action pass, token play-action.
Block him?
Well, no, because they are hoping that he goes down and takes the back. Remember, he continues to make the right decision to go out to his quarterback. At some point, you got to take advantage of that and run the football right up inside of him.
2nd down and 10, minute 12 to go. Troy with 1 timeout remaining here. Gilcrease again under duress, and the pass is incomplete. One in Meadows, pressure from Cody Sigler that time.
What a pass rush game. Watch Sigler running a TE. Watch what he does to the offensive tackle on the left side of your screen. This is a TE stunt. His job is to hit the tight. Well, listen, we don't draw it up that beautifully. We just want to get a hit on the tackle, but he sent Townsend into the next week and came off and got pressure on the quarterback. Outstanding job.
Yeah, he just blew it up. 3rd down and 10 now for Troy.
Great blocking.
Gilcrease again, and there's nowhere to go. It's Nigel Nelson who makes the tackle. Another tackle for a loss. And all of a sudden, Arkansas State forces a 4th down and long.
Now, Mike, that wasn't on the offensive line. That's on Gilcrease. They gave him a pocket. Now, watch this pocket. You're good. Where are you going? Just step up and throw the football. You're running into darkness. That was good enough. That ball, he needs to stay within himself, take a step forward, let that ball go, or find the void. Just don't run up into the middle to darkness. That's not good.
Going to try to get some points here. Scott Taylor Renfro for the field goal attempt, and there's going to be a timeout taken.
Timeout. Arkansas State.
Arkansas State
First
uses
timeout
one of
in the
their
first
3
half,
timeouts
30
left.
seconds.
You just can't say enough about this A-State defense and how they played. I mean, the pressure has been amazing exactly when it needed it.
I mean, you'd be psyched if you had a game with 3 sacks and 7 tackles for a loss, and they got all that in the first half.
That's exactly right. Again, they came in 13th in the conference in TFLs, ranked 111th. So they didn't get a lot of this. But they're being aggressive. They get in the backfield. And we talked about in the open, they can't afford another loss. I mean, this is pretty much desperation, must have this game. And this half, the guys in the white jerseys have played like it. just continued pressure from multiple people, getting in the backfield in the run game and the pass game. And this one here, I think an easier step up or find a little crease and take it there. I just think that was a bad decision by Gilchrist.
43-yard field goal is good for Scott Taylor Renfro. And finally, Troy is on the board with 21 seconds to go before halftime.
And I talked about it, you know, you wanted a 6, but you didn't necessarily need to get 6, but you needed to change the scoreboard one way or the other.
Yep.
So now this gives you a little momentum, right? This second half is going to be about adjustments, though, from both teams. How can we now adjust what was established in the first half to try to now, if you're Troy, get some offensive continuity and get some drives going? They haven't been able to get enough first downs to really get into a rhythm. And then defensively, they're going to have to continue to play the way they played in the second part of the second quarter to give their offense a chance.
Well, they've been playing aggressive, Troy has, even though they haven't been quite as successful as they wanted to. At least this time, the fourth down turned into points.
Yep, yeah, and because they were able to get the ball closer, get into field goal range. But I think that was a missed opportunity, though, where they got stopped on third down, could have went tempo, I think, and snuck the ball in easily like they did in the first half or the first drive of the first quarter and got that first down.
Yeah, you had talked about the 5 wins in a row for this Troy team. 26 scores and 53 drives in that win streak. Tonight, 1 field goal and 8 drives.
Yep, yeah, and see, I mean, that's not the team we saw. That's not the team we saw today.
Nope. Week 9, Monday Night Football coming your way. Cardinals and Cowboys. Also Peyton and Eli over on the Deuce as well. And they got special guest Charles Barkley is going to join that show. Coverage kicks off with NFL Live at AT&T Stadium.
Chuck will be in the house, huh?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And Scott Van Pelt, the Monday Night Countdown crew at 6 Eastern. NFL Live gets it started at 3 Eastern. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Arkansas State 17, Troy 3. Remember, if Arkansas State wins, both teams will be 4-1 in the Sun Belt West. And Arkansas State would have the tiebreaker. Southern Miss is 4-0. Crucial game tonight for both teams.
No question about it. And then, you know, again, I think that A-State came out playing like they needed this more, to be quite honest with you. It showed up. And then, wait a minute, there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, there's a flag down at the 41-yard line. All the players are heading to the locker rooms, and Butch Jones is like, hey, what's going on here?
Butch Jones has been more angry than any coach I've ever seen with this type of lead on the road.
Right, exactly.
I mean, but it's that intensity. But that's what his team came out with, that
After the
intensity.
play, personal foul on the offense, personal foul on the defense. Those penalties offset. We will have to play 1 down.
All right, so everybody's coming back onto the field.
So they can kneel it again. Let's see if we can see any extracurricular activity there. A little bit of head bumping, a little bit of bumping. Please tell me it was more than that. It has to be more than that. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's kind of, that's tough. And you know what, too? That gives an unsportsmanlike to 2 players.
That's
so
true.
That's crucial, because if you get another one, you're gone. When you could have just kind of said, hey, guys, enough. It's the half.
I promise you, I bumped you harder than that earlier in this game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my goodness.
I got pushed all the way across this chair here.
What are we doing?
Yeah. There's really...
I mean, is it still competitive? I mean, look, football is a very combative sport. And if we're going to be flagging that, we're going to be here all night.
Well, there have been a lot of flags in this game, and now that is the end of the half.
Didn't even need to
That's the
snap
end of the
it.
first half.
They just wound the clock. Didn't even need to snap it. Okay.
Butch Jones, he's 17-4 as head coach at Arkansas State when his team leads at the half. And we will be back with more after this. Halftime from Troy, Alabama. Big matchup in the Sun Belt West tonight. 17-3. Red Wolves. Halftime on the other side of this break.
Steve Timberlake is a 1991 Troy Business Administration graduate. He's a family wealth advisor, financial planning specialist, and certified financial planner professional with the Sigma Wealth Management Group at Morgan Stanley. He served on the executive committee of the FBA Trust, Asset Management, and Private Banking Committee, and is a graduate of Florida Trust School at the University of Florida and the ABA National Graduate Trust School at Northwestern University. Timberlake is a member of the board of the Pensacola United Way Foundation, the Pensacola State College Foundation, and the Escambia County 4-H Foundation. He also serves as the current president of Troy's Pensacola Bay Area Alumni Chapter. He and his wife Candy have 2 married daughters and 5 grandchildren. Randall Ford is a Milton native who earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Detroit State University in 1977, where he lettered in football and was a member of Phi Kappa Phi fraternity. After graduation, Ford worked for the J.B. Stevens Company
ESPN College Football Primetime presented by Dr. Pepper. Back in Troy, 17-3. Arkansas State leads it here as we get set for the start of the second half. Mike Corey and Tyoka Jackson with you here tonight from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Well, pretty surprising here with Arkansas State. They got off to the fast start, 2 touchdowns, field goal, and they're getting to the quarterback, playing really well tonight.
Yeah, they're doing a great job against their quarterback. We knew that was a struggle point for the Trojans, but they've had 4+ back-to-back now in 2 games for the first time since 2017. So they are really getting out the quarterback. And you know, the other side for Troy, the problem is they're not getting enough first downs. They can't get in a rhythm offensively. And they are 5-0 this season, and they have won 8 of their last 9 games when they get 20 or more first downs. So far today, they've only had 5 first downs. So that's a recipe for disaster. They have got to find a way to keep the football in their possession, get first downs, and get in an offensive rhythm.
201 yards of total offense for Arkansas State in that first half. You said it, getting to the quarterback, making it happen, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half here. Butch Jones. He's had a few things to say here tonight, right? I don't know if he's too psyched with all the calls and stuff that's happened in this game, and his team's on top 17-3.
It's the intensity, though. I mean, his team came out with that intensity. He's got the intensity. The question is, can they keep that intensity for the final 2 quarters of this game and get a world win?
First quarter, we had 244 combined yards and 11 combined first downs. And then it was defensive. In the second quarter, we had 48 combined yards and 3 combined first downs. That's crazy.
Yeah, and all that still leads to a 14-point cushion for A-State.
Raider tonight, 11-16 for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. And back to work here to start the second half. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Pass is caught. Corey Rucker and Kelano Levine on the tackle.
I love the call because it's just an easy throw for your quarterback to reintroduce him to this game after the second half.
Second down and short. Taking a shot. Rucker and almost incomplete. And Levine again on coverage that time for Troy. You almost had it.
And the coverage was really tight. I like that, but I'm shocked he didn't. I mean, we've seen him make catches like this all year, and really his whole career.
Personal
and this
foul,
ball's dropped in the bucket.
hands to the face, defense, number 8. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Didn't even see the flag down, and all of a sudden, penalty on Troy. And that's going to be a first down here for Arkansas State.
And the penalties are beginning to mount on Troy. Again, very uncharacteristic for this football team. Came in today as the most penalized game. It's something they talk about all the time. In terms of their penalties, they address it. And it was an early issue for them in the first couple games. And the head coach said, listen, we're going to do some extra running and stuff to get this out of them. And they got out of it until today.
48-yard line. First down and 10 for Arkansas State now here as the second half is underway.
I thought I'd actually see more quarterback design runs today because of Rainer's ability to attack the line of scrimmage and make people miss. Really haven't had to use it. And I think this is something now that's setting up for him in the second half. You can run him. He's secure with the football, keeps the chains moving and the clock moving.
Clay goes in motion. Rainer's pass is caught. And it's a first down catch by Tyler Fortenberry, who had the first touchdown of the game here tonight.
I like how Rainer went through his progressions there. Looking off the defense, understanding that he has his tight end sitting down in the zone wide open.
Hand off here to Clay.
Physical run by Clay. You love it when backs fall forward. I mean, and that is a very devastating thing for the defense. You're making contact, but the ball continues to fall forward. I mean, it's just a physical back he is.
Yeah, Talik Robbins is injured on the play here for Troy. Minute and a half into the second half.
Talik got their thick 6 a few weeks ago versus Memphis. 15-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah, they've had 4 defensive touchdowns so far this season.
But it's better when the big guys do it, though.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
you know, it's one thing to get a pick 6 or whatever, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but nothing like the thick 6 when the big guys get it. So I'm hoping that Talik can get up and jog off this field.
Yeah, the defensive tackle, as you said, with the fumble recovery for the touchdown. 3 players have had an interception run back for a touchdown, and that's a good sign as well for him, the senior from Philadelphia.
6'1", about a cheeseburger under 290. But very athletic player. Glad to see him walk off under his own power. Hopefully he'll be back in this game.
Arkansas State here with 2nd down and 5 from the 37.
This Troy defense has to get this offense in an obvious passing situation. Right now, they're able to pass the football in 2nd and short, 1st and 10. Makes it easy for them.
Raider over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Hunter Summers, and Jaquez White was there on coverage.
Yeah, that's a sensational play by White. He's 2nd in the Sun Belt in pass breakup, so this is what he does. Man coverage, look at him break on that ball. Now watch the hands. See, that's a beautiful job there of getting that ball on the ground.
Yeah, that's textbook right there. That's his 9th pass breakup of the season.
Yeah, I mean, he does that every week.
Rayner, pass is caught. Fortenberry. And he's got the 1st down to the 30-yard line.
See, the problem is too many 3rd and manageable situations. And then they're not getting this offense off schedule. And that makes them really hard to stop.
It's the exact opposite for Troy on offense tonight. They've been off schedule pretty much the whole night. Pass again is caught. This time it's Clay.
What you're also seeing is from Rayner, he's not forcing the football anymore.
Nope.
You know, it's so much is made about game management, and somehow being a game manager is a bad thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like a negative comment or something
well,
like
listen, Tom Brady was the greatest game manager I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, and it just led him to GOAT status in 6 rings. I mean, taking what the defense gives you, you will never, ever go broke taking a profit, and that's exactly what Rayner's doing right now.
Yeah, that was a 5-yard gain. You're absolutely right. Now it's a handoff here to Devin Spencer, who's in, and he has about 4 yards shy of the 1st down. Just to your point, staying on schedule.
That's right. And what that does, what does staying on schedule mean? You don't get in an adverse down and distance situation. And so plays like this where he's handing the ball off but faking he's going to throw. The defense has to honor everything because the down and distance isn't making this an easy decision.
And once again to Spencer, he's got to get to the 20, and it looks like he's going to be a little bit shy. Elijah Davis on the tackle. And it's 4th down.
And Rayner is telling the sidelines, let's go. He is yelling at the sidelines, I want to go for this, and it looks like he's going to win out in that decision. I'm surprised they're not going with a faster tempo as they change personnel.
He's going to go from the shotgun here.
Yeah, look for the quarterback run, though.
You said it. He's got it. First 4th down attempt tonight for Arkansas State, and they get it. Troy has attempted 3 tonight. They're 1 for 3.
Yeah, see, we've seen it too many times on tape. When they change personnel and they get 3 wideouts in the game, or at least 11 personnel, and displace the tight end, they're trying to open the box up for number 1 and give 1 less defender in the box to stop him.
Just inside the 20 in the red zone here. 1st and 10. Rayner. And that pass is caught by Clay. 5-yard, 4-yard pickup. That's what you said. If you're able to get 4 or 5 every down, it's like, what's wrong with that?
It makes it easy, doesn't it? And again, when you got a quarterback who refused to put the ball at risk, and Keith Heckendorf is calling a great game, but it makes it easier when you're getting that 1st down efficiency. So right there, that was basically a 1-yard gain. But the problem is you got such good production on 1st down, it sets up a 3rd and medium, a 3rd and short, and now Heckendorf can call whatever he wants.
And think about it, you might go for it on 4th like they just did, so you might have 4 downs to get what you need.
Right.
Yeah. That was Clay on the carry. Spencer's back in. This drive, 4:45 and ticking. 13th play coming up here. 3rd and 3.
Look at the bunch at the top of the screen. Same thing.
Yep. Rayner not going to have it this time, and it's going to be 4th down. He's brought down right at the line. Let's see if they go for the field goal.
That time,
that's what they're going to do. Yep.
Excuse me on that. At that time, really smart by Troy, understanding what's happening, understanding who's in the game. Again, they go that bunch look at the top of the screen and trying to get people out of the box. To me, if I'm in that box and playing, I'm playing a run. I'm not going to let number 1 beat me.
if they hit this field goal, I mean, it puts them in a really good spot as a 3-possession lead, especially how tough it is for Troy to move the ball and get points tonight. 31-yard attempt, Clune Van Andel. And that kick is good. Arkansas State starting the second half with a field goal. They lead at 20-3 over Troy on the road. College basketball, Armed Forces Classic, #1 UConn on the women's side with Louisville. That's at 5:30. We got the College Football Playoff Top 25 reveal at 8 p.m. And then men's basketball, Texas and #6 Duke. That's all coming your way on Tuesday on ESPN and the ESPN app.
I'm waiting for Juju Watkins to come back. I know she's taking a year off. She got hurt out at USC, but man, she is so much fun to watch. In the meantime, like I said, I'm going to be watching all those ladies play basketball. Love it. But Juju, get back healthy, get soon, huh? We miss you.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Season gets underway. You got UConn. They've been to 36 consecutive NCAA tournaments on the women's side. And they've won 97% of their league games since returning to the Big East back in 2020. Pretty incredible. And here's DJ Epps on the return for Troy. Gets up to the 22-yard line, maybe the 23. And let's see if the Trojans can get something going offensively. For Arkansas State, that was their first point since 2:58 to go in the first quarter. But look at this. This is in that 5-game winning streak. 26 of 53 in the scoring drives tonight, 1 for 8.
Wow. I mean, that's the good news is you still got plenty of time to reverse that.
Right.
But it starts with getting a first down. And I also think that they should start throwing the football on first down, especially off of play action.
Meadows on the carry, and he gets a few yards, still on his feet. They'll blow it dead. Kyle Taylor on the tackle.
See, I think it's too late in the game for just the run, throw. This is where now, especially when you got protection problems. This is where you got to go play action, max protect, firm sets from the offensive line, give them something else to look at it to run, and then throw the football to slow this rush down.
Yeah, the only problem is though on the ground here tonight they've only got 25 yards rushing. So what are you faking?
It would be
it'd
be a token
right?
play action.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying though, but it's they just haven't been able to do either. Gilcrease underneath, short catch. And it was Ethan Connor pushed out of bounds by Aaron Alexander.
I like right there adding extra blockers to the pocket to give Gilcrease a chance. We know he can hurt you, especially deep when he has the time. He just hasn't had a consistent, clean pocket. And even when he gets some time, his pocket or his internal clock is sped up from getting hit so much that he doesn't feel comfortable.
It's a big third down coming up here for Troy. 3rd and 5.
Got to go max protect again.
Well, they don't, and they're pushing it right back into him, and he's going to be sacked inside of the 15-yard line. That's the second time they've done that with no protection back there, Ty.
And it's the
You're
same,
absolutely right.
Same guy, Siegler. He is dominating with the bull rush. You cannot have a pocket passer have pressure in his face. Again, there's the circle, and there's the bull rush. Now it's over. The pocket is compromised. He's not the runner, that a Lamar Jackson is or even a Rayner is. You move him off his spot, talking about Gilcrease, you're going to get off the field on 3rd down.
I don't know if even any of those guys can get out of that situation right there. Troy is just 2 first downs in their last 5 drives here at a fair catch. Arkansas State, Lonkus at the 45 of their own side with a 20-3 lead. Kick.
After the play, personal foul on the kicking team, number 10. 15 yards from the end of the run, or end of the kick, 1st and 10. Timeout.
Well, that's going to push Arkansas State into Troy territory after the 15-yard penalty. And they'll have it when we come back after this. How about the Jonesboro family here? Head coach Butch Jones, tight ends coach is Alex Jones, Andrew Jones, the freshman wide receiver on the team, and Adam Jones is the Michigan recruiting analyst.
Yeah, see that, and what I loved about this, we were trying to talk ball, and he wanted to talk about his family. We talked about how it's so much more to him than just X's and O's. This is a people business. Every great coach knows that football is a people business, and Coach Jones knows that, as you see his lovely family. But he, what's interesting about him, and we'll talk about it a little later, he doesn't just give jobs to his family members. He's looking to give jobs to former players because he treats them as his kids as well.
And here is Clay for Arkansas State. Yeah, Butch Jones, his wife Barb, and the three sons, Alex, Adam, and Andrew that we talked about.
There he is. Yeah, he's got that dad intensity, right?
Coaching hard here tonight. Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
Game's not over till it's over. I like that. Coach them hard, because we've seen momentum change in a heartbeat in college football.
We're past the halfway point of this third quarter. The pass is incomplete, almost intercepted. Another flag on the field here. Hunter Summers and Kalino Levine again on coverage.
Yeah, this might be on Summers, because it looks like to me Summers tried to grab Levine to prevent the interception.
Pass interference, offense, number 3. Remains second down.
Yeah, Kalino Levine was all over this play. He knew exactly what was coming. Watch him plant, and now he's trying to go drive. He's trying to undercut that. He's about to make that pick. And, it wasn't to me as clear as I thought it was live. It was a little bit like guys were hand fighting. It probably should have been a no call. But there was a little bit of a pull from Summers.
Yep.
Try to get away with it just to prevent the INT. And I like how he protected his quarterback and obviously protected his team. They'll go ahead and eat the penalty in that situation.
Well, better than giving up the interception, I guess, right? 3rd down and 26. Raiders pass.
Getting his hands on the football. Stringer again, and last time Troy was in this situation, they gave up a 1st down. They can't let that happen. 3-man rush. Let's see if they add a guy to it.
Here's Rayner. And underneath, catch is made. It's Chauncey Cobb. Nothing doing there. And it's 4th down for Arkansas State.
Oh, that's a win for Troy's defense. And Arkansas State continues to protect the football. You got a quarterback, Rayner, that is not going to take any unnecessary chances. If you're going to win this game, if you're Troy, you're going to have to outplay A-State and take it from them, because they're not going to give it away.
Jackson Waller to kick. Peyton Higgins is back to return inside of zone 15. Fourth and 20.
To the goal. Be 1st and 10.
Hey, don't blame the striped shirts. Blame the guys in the helmets and jerseys for committing the fouls.
Arkansas State's defense, Tioka, really turning it on here the last couple weeks.
Yeah, the sacks and TFLs have been a struggle all year, but not today. I mean, they're 111th in TFLs, and you see the season highs in sacks and TFLs, and that's been the difference in the game. It's actually like they've taken the persona of Troy because that's what they're usually good at.
Exactly. 5 sacks, 8 tackles for losses, both season highs this year. Passes caught, Jackson Worley for Troy up to the 18.
What I like there, first down throw, we talked about that. Move the launch point. Now you're getting outside the pocket and getting away from that pressure. There is the adjustment from Sean Reagan. Need to see more of that.
Yeah, because you were talking about it from the outside, then you have to deal with the inside too with Cody Sigler, who's been great.
Yeah, he's been wrecking the game from the pocket. So let's go ahead and move the pocket.
Second down and short. And the handoff here for Meadows, and a big run across the 30. Still on his feet, Brandon Barnes finally brings him down. Probably one of the best runs they've had all night.
And remember, Meadows is playing hurt, just like you are, partner. I know you fighting that voice and you playing through it. Well, so is 22.
Yeah.
He's playing through some pain as well. But again, we had an early injury to Lovett, and that's now put a lot more on Meadows. And he's answering the bell.
So first down and 10 from the 34-yard line here. 4:35 to go in the third. Meadows again. It's up to the 38. Well, if they were able to get some of the ground game going too, then it starts to open up some of their other stuff. But they've been very, low in that category tonight as well.
But again, what I'm seeing though is an adjustment though. They're adding the tight ends. They found something earlier. We talked about that in those short yardage situations. They began to add tight ends to the formation and begin to move people, especially on the edge of the defenses. You don't have to wait till short yardage to do that. And that time you saw it on first down, you got some good positive yardage out of it. Staying ahead of the sticks.
Yep. Trey Taylor is in the backfield now. If it stands, but you saw flags being thrown.
Yeah, I think you're going to have multiple holding calls in both positions.
And another one in the backfield.
That's
there
right.
are 4 flags on the
There
field.
are 2 fouls on the play by the offense. Hold on number 18. That penalty is declined. Hold number 74, offense. 10-yard penalty for the spot. Replay, second down.
That negates a 60-yard play.
Yeah, multiple holding penalties. I figured that's what I knew. The holding by number 18 Epps. That we saw that along the sidelines, and in the position of the flag behind the line of scrimmage, you knew that it had to be one of the tackles. And there's Townsend on the left side. Let's see what he gets here. He's fine. He's fine. Now he's not fine. As soon as you see the momentum of that defensive player turn like that, you know he's being held. You know, I mean, that's one of those deals in practice, hold there. So I'm trying to press the hold. The problem is the defense is stacking up this line of scrimmage, and so that the back can't even press the hold because there's no hold to press. And so he's getting knocked back by his own blockers.
And now what do you do with 3rd down and 17?
Well, now you got to make sure you protect the quarterback or you got no chance at all. You can throw the ball downfield if he's got time.
Gilcrease, he does. And a sliding catch is made, and they're going to give it to him. It's Trey Taylor. No, now they'll say incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
4th down.
Taylor, 4th down. I thought he had it. He bounced. It hit the ground at about the 48 of Arkansas State.
I like the effort, and the throw is not bad. You're trying to keep it away from the defense and have your guy go down and dig it out, and he just couldn't do it. Really good effort, very close. But again, that whole drive was blown up by the holding call that took away the explosive play that got him down inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, would have had the ball at the 2-yard line, 1st down and goal. Aaron Blankus is back to return the punt from Evan Crenshaw. Blankus makes the first guy miss. 30-yard line, that's where he's going to be stopped. All right, Tayoka, no flags on that kick.
All right,
I don't see any flags on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Arkansas State. Coming up next Saturday, we don't know where our noon game is yet, but we do know we'll have number 3 Texas A&M taking out number 19 Missouri. That's at 3:30 Eastern. Primetime matchup, 4th-ranked Alabama hosting LSU in Tuscaloosa. Both available on the app as well. That's coming up next Saturday.
A lot of people were piling on Caleb DeBourne, weren't they, early?
Right.
I mean, you know, look at that little 4 next to Alabama. They're playing as well as anybody. Obviously, Ohio State's out there, but, man, Alabama's right behind them, in my opinion.
Raynor's in trouble. He's going to be taken down for a loss. Elijah Davis and then Jordan Stringer.
This is the Troy defense that we're used to seeing. I mean, they get up the field, a lot of penetration. TFLs and sacks is how they make their money, and they just haven't been able to do it. And it's not just because they haven't been trying. I mean, it's because of the credit of the offensive line of A-State. 2nd down and 15. Pass is caught over the middle, and it's Fortenberry on the catch. Big opportunity here for the Trojan defense, especially with A-State going with tempo. You can get their defense back on the field in short order if you can come up with a 3rd down stop. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. 3rd and 6. The problem is once they've gotten the ball back from the offense, they haven't been able to play complementary football and pay it off. But you got to keep giving them another chance. There's Raynor in some trouble, and he just has to throw it away. Receiver in the area was Chauncey Cobb, and it's going to be 4th down. So how long was that drive? A few seconds? That was pretty quick. Yeah, and that's the one downside of an offense when you're going fast. If you don't get 1st downs, it can look ugly, and then it can put your defense in a tough spot. Yeah, and that's how they play. I get it, but I had asked you that earlier in the game only because you got the lead. And you got to know time and score. Yeah, right? But I think it's too early for that, though, Mike. I think, you know, you're up 20-3. Aggression got you that lead. Keep being aggressive. If this maybe obviously the minute left in the 4th quarter is a different story. That was 1 minute and 5 seconds, and that punt is a shank there by Jackson Waller. It's going to be great field position here for Troy. So a 65-second drive and punt, right? Right. Now, you're getting the ball somewhere. No, it's in Arkansas State territory. Yeah, you're on the plus side of the 50. Like if you want to win this game, if you have any desire to win this game, here's your opportunity to take advantage of an 11-yard punt. Okay, I mean this is it right here. I mean, so this is where you got to play complementary football. What is complementary football? When your offense or defense does something positive, the other side of the ball then builds on that, and that's how you create momentum. So this time the defense got to stop. The special team did their job, 11-yard punt. The Trojan offense now has to join the party. Jarvis Williams is in the backfield. Gilcrease keeps it. And it goes down after about 3 yards. And he paid a price, didn't he? Yep. He's been hit hard tonight. Yes. Yes, he has. That's Chris Bodie. There is a downside to running the football as a quarterback, and here it is. That's the downside. You got a guy like Chris Bodie who's coming in and lay the wood. We are under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. 20-3 Arkansas State. Gilcrease pressure again. Another sack. Marcus Bradley this time for Arkansas State. They now have 6 sacks in this game. But there's a reoccurring theme to this pressure and sacks. It's up the middle. And right now, you know, we talked about Troy adding blockers to this pocket to shore it up. Well, their guys are adding blockers to the outside. The problem is it's the inside gaps that are being taken away. And so when you get instant pressure in a quarterback's face, he's going to be uncomfortable. He's going to go down. 15 seconds left in the 3rd. 3rd and 12 here for Troy. Gilcrease has time this time, and it goes over the middle. It's caught. Ra-Ra Thomas
And it's a first down inside the 25-yard line.
It's really quite simple. Give him time, he makes them pay. If you allow the rush to get there, you got no chance.
How many times has he had that time, though, tonight?
Not very often, but at a high
Yeah.
percentage chance, well, those 3 or 4 times, he makes them pay. This time's with a 24-yard gain.
Timeout.
End of the third. We'll be back with a fourth with Arkansas State up by 17 after this. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Dr. Pepper. They'd love to have fireworks going off if they were winning this game here, right? If you're the Troy Trojans, it's 20-3. They're down by 17. And Ty, they've scored at least one touchdown in 19 of the 20 games under Jared Parker. But they've yet to find the end zone so far here tonight.
Wow. I mean, the numbers reversal in this game are staggering on both sides of the football for Troy.
Jordan Lovett is in the backfield now. In motion goes Peyton Higgins. Gilcrease. Joaquin throws it to Higgins. He's got it. Inside of the 20, gets tackled down by Kyle Taylor.
I like how Gilcrease didn't wait on that, though. I like how he got that ball out of his hands quickly, didn't try to wait. What I would have liked to see was the receiver, Higgins, to try to go for that first down right away.
That's how big this game is here tonight. If Arkansas State wins, they'll be tied with Troy at 4-1. They'll have the tiebreaker, and both teams play Southern Miss later in the season. Big game for both sides here tonight in the West Division of the Sun Belt. Gilcrease.
Time.
Catch is made, and inside the 5 is Trey Taylor.
Listen, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. every single time at this point now when he has time, he's going to find people downfield. You know, obviously the receiver matchup against the defensive backs favor Troy. Obviously they got a quarterback who can dime them up. This is about protection. You got to scheme up protection if your blockers are struggling with one-on-ones, and that's exactly what's happening now.
1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Kilcrease with Meadows to his right. Meadows gets hit, and he's taken down just a yard and a half. Aaron Alexander.
And in this situation, if you're Troy, I'd like to go tempo here, though.
Yep.
You got a defense that's reeling. You know, and I understand you want to make sure you get the play right. It's a very important situation, but I like the idea of going tempo and running the football right down their throat.
2nd and goal. Meadows in the backfield. Play fake to him, Kilcrease. He can run it in, and he does. Touchdown, Troy. 1st touchdown tonight. That's Kilcrease's 5th touchdown rushing this season.
I like the decision by Fabian Rogosh. Watch number 85. He's the one going out for the pass, running the 7 route. Now he's realized his quarterback is going to run. You see that? Just put a little arm on the defender. Don't be silly. Don't be stupid and try to knock the guy out and get a flag. Just a light tap on the shoulder is all it was needed.
And the extra point by Scott Taylor Renfro is good. And it's 20-10. 13:02 to go in this game. Still a lot of time left. Finally,
Rogosh could have laid out Dickerson, number 9, but he didn't. Just enough to escort Kilcrease in the game. And guess what, folks? Troy's not dead yet.
Well, that's all Troy was doing, Tioka. They're waiting to the 4th quarter.
Right? I mean, listen, they've been devastating in the 4th quarter. And then when you add in overtime, they have outscored opponents this year 97-33. Right? So it gets even bigger because they're 14-0 in overtime. And it's a 10-point game. So it's lined up. It could go to overtime if we get there, but we got a long way to go.
Squib kick picked up and up to the 41-yard line. This time it was Reed Lindner on the return.
We talked to the staff of Troy about that disparity and why they're so dominant late in the game, and they believe in their conditioning. They really think that the way they do things and have their players ready to go on game day and not run their legs out during the week has them at their best, and they feel like they can choke the life out of the other team in the fourth quarter and in overtime.
Let me ask you why you do that kind of a kick here late in the game like that to give them good field position.
I'm not in favor of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask the staff at Troy why you would do that too. I mean, in this situation, you've been getting 3 and outs, right? A-State's been 3 and out the last 2 possessions. You're trying to set up your offense for good field position. If they go 3 and out here, which would be great, they're still going to pin them back with a punt.
Rayner hands off to Clay. And only a couple of yards here for Arkansas State. Where did their offense go? First quarter, 17 points, 177 yards. Since then, 3 points and 74 yards.
Yeah, that's not good. And it just doesn't feel that way because the scoreboard was lopsided, because Troy offensively couldn't get anything going. But when you really look at those stats you just talked about, Troy's defense has given their offense opportunities. They just haven't played complimentary football until that last drive.
There's a lot of time left here, 12:20 to go. Another handoff here for Clay.
So now this is what we were talking about earlier. Running the football, running clock. I don't think it's early enough to start getting out of who you are. You're an aggressive offensive football team. You are balanced, right? You got a great quarterback who's running through it. But you got to keep your foot on the gas, man.
Well, you're right. You've been saying it all game. Do what got you to this point.
No question. And you start off the game so hot, you're in position to pull off a huge win on the road to keep you in this race. This is not the time to start thinking about the clock.
And it's 3rd down and 6, trying to avoid 3 straight 3 and outs. The catch is made. What a play by Corey Rucker. And he has a first down into Troy territory.
Wow.
That was huge.
It was. First of all, I love the throw. Did you see Rayner drop down a little sidearm to get that ball around the defender? Watch the arm angle of that pass. Beautiful, on time and on target, and look at the elusiveness after the catch. He did the first thing first, though, young receivers. Catch the football first, then make your move and get the first down. That's a professional receiver right there I'm looking at in Rayner.
Yep, big hit by Joe Lott there at the end. First, Arkansas State first down since the first drive of this half.
Ooh, what a play.
Oh, nice tackle here by Jaquez White on Rayner.
We talked about White being one of the best in the conference when it comes to coverage and pass breakups. He showed he's just not a one-trick pony. Nice job of coming up with some aggression and wrapping his arms and getting a tough tackle down in the form of a guy named Rayner.
So it's a 2-yard loss, 2nd down and 12 here with 10:35 and ticking in this 4th quarter. Arkansas State still by 10. Keep it on the ground here for Clay. And Luis Medina on the tackle. Back to the original line of scrimmage, going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, so they've gotten into this run, throw mentality as well. A little bit different when you got a 10-point lead, though. That makes a little bit more sense, but I'm not going to beat the dead horse about staying aggressive, but I just think that you need to do what got you in this position.
Flags are down here.
It's going to be offsides by Troy. They had guys that weren't sprinting to get off the field, and the officials held the ball for a little bit, but they're not going to hold it forever.
Snap inflection, offense, number 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Arkansas State.
3rd down.
Boy, stand corrected. Man, I just knew that was going to be 11 or 12 on the field.
Okay.
Fake snap a little bit, huh? Wow. I really thought Troy did not get off the field, but it wouldn't matter anyway if it's a snap infraction. There's no play.
Well, puts Arkansas State in a tough position now. 3rd down and 15 from midfield.
Watch this rush by Troy.
Corey Rucker's in motion. Rayner over the middle. He's got a man, and it's Rucker, and he's got the first down to the 32-yard line. What a catch. and somehow found a gap there right in the middle of the field.
And they did, well, you found a gap in that pocket too because it was just a 3-man rush. And, you know, look, I understand exactly what you're thinking. If your defense coordinator Dante Wright, 3rd and long, we got to play coverage. But when you only rush 3, there are going to be holes in the pocket, and Rayner is the type of athlete and quarterback that's going to find those holes and exploit them for time.
5 catches for 64 yards tonight for Rucker. Flags are down again.
Yeah, I'm not.
Offsides, defense, number 99, causing reaction. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Oh, there's your offsides.
Yeah, there it is. Came a little later than I thought it was coming. But I don't like the idea of pulling off one of the rushers. I like rushing 4 at Rayner because you got all of the scramble gaps covered. And I really believe had they had a 4th man rushing the quarterback there, he would not have been able to buy the time that he had. And just think about it, the last few possessions, they've been getting to him with a 4-man rush.
Well, that's it. You're right. He's been averaging 235 passing yards a game, and he's also a runner, too. So, you know, you can get away from pressure, so the more guys you have, the better.
And he's looking to hurt you downfield when he makes those moves.
It's 1st and 5. Rainer's pass, it's dropped by Rucker. And a flag is thrown again as Jaquez White was on his back. Let's see what we got here. Rucker, who on his first catch tonight of 27 yards, passed T.Y. Hilton, who played at FIU.
About
number
name?
2 in Sun Belt history, receiving yards. Yeah.
And that's an argument about the best receiver in program history. You know what T.Y. became in the NFL. And I'm not sure that Rucker is the athlete that T.Y. is, but he certainly is a very savvy route runner, tough as nails. I like Rucker in the slot for the next level. But T.Y. was he was something special.
Yeah.
Pass interference, defense, number 8. This is a spot foul. After the play, unnecessary roughness on the offense, number 65. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced after the ball is placed at the spot of the pass interference foul.
Well, I mean, we talked about how good a cover corner Jaquez White is, but he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. He just flat out reached and grabbed. And I am okay in college football with reaching and grabbing if he's going to get beat by for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he would have scored a touchdown, but certainly Rucker would have made that catch for a first down.
All right, so they go to the 15-yard line where the penalty was, and then they got to back him up 15. So the ball's at the 30 with just under 9 minutes to go. And I feel like the stats are about half of what we saw for penalties. 7 for Troy, 6 for Arkansas State.
And it seems like it was more than that.
Yeah, seems like we have 26, not 13. Keeper here for Rayner. And that's first down as Elijah Davis makes a tackle. Also using up some more clock here.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Officials timeout.
At this point, you think if Arkansas State as a player is down, it's Tristan Smith, the left guard for them. If they get a touchdown here, that really puts the hurt on with this amount of time left.
No question
Only
about
a
it.
field goal, still a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
Still gives Troy a chance.
Timeout.
2nd down and 7 for Arkansas State with 8:43 to go as they attend to Tristan Smith. We'll be back. Here are your Sun Belt standings. Troy 4-0. Arkansas State, if they win tonight, both will be tied at 4-1. They'll have the tiebreaker. And then they both play Southern Miss in the next few weeks. So huge game here tonight. We said it at the start of the broadcast, Ty, that it was kind of like an elimination game for Arkansas State if they lost. Troy is still okay, even if they lose this game tonight, but I think it meant a little bit more for the Red Wolves tonight.
No question. You know, you said it's still okay, and they will be still okay. They are in great shape right now, and obviously a win for Troy. They stay in great shape, right? But this is must-win territory for Arkansas State. They came out with this type of intensity from the opening kick, and they took control of this game early. Now, it's gotten tighter clearly here, but this is the situation here now where the ball game is going to lay in the balance over these next few downs, and in terms of what happens, as you see an unfortunate situation unfolding now.
Yeah, Tristan Smith is going to have to get carted off the field. The left guard for Arkansas State. That's tough.
Can't put any weight on that right foot, that right leg, I should say. Don't know what it is, but never want to see the cart come out.
No.
How about the love he's being shown by his teammates? Really love to see that. Those guys will be brothers for life. I still talk to my teammates. He'll still talk to those guys as he gets old.
68 got rolled up on here at the end of this play. Yeah, that's tough.
And it's really amazing it doesn't happen almost every play.
Right.
I mean, playing in the trenches, making your living there is not for the squeamish. And, and I do not like the way that leg went and that foot went. It's just all bad.
Wish Tristan Smith all the best as he gets carted off here, 2nd down and 7. Arkansas State, 20-10, 8:35 to go. Pass is caught, Cobb. And the ball is out. And Troy says they have it. Let's see if they've got it. They do. A huge fumble recovery for the Trojans as Cobb fumbles.
1st and 10. Troy.
And DJ Jackson Jr. recovers it.
Jackson Jr. is the recipient, but Luke Hodge made an amazing play on that screen.
Officials timeout.
You talking about a guy fighting off the block and making the play.
And Cobb is injured as he got hit in the head.
Right side of your screen, number 44. Getting blocked, comes off the block, makes the play.
Oh, got kneed in the head.
And there was a big guy who kneed him in the head too, and it was not intentional. It's somebody hustling to the ball from the inside out. I think that's number 15, Talik Robbins.
Yep.
And he's actually trying to avoid him, to be honest. He's trying to jump over the pile. And look, and Robbins is feeling the effects of it.
Yeah, he got banged up too.
Wow. Just a freakish situation. I mean, it's been a very physical game. A lot of guys have laid on this field.
Yep.
And for good reason. We've seen some big hits, a lot of physical play, a lot of running up inside here where a lot of things happen, man. I mean, this is the type of game that we play.
So Cobb hit in the head by Robbins, and then that's his knee hitting the helmet. So he was banged up. And Chauncey Cobb, who coming into this year, the 2 years he played at Arkansas State, played in 3 games, had 1 catch for 4 yards, and then this season he's got 52 catches for 555 yards coming in, both first on the team. Let's hope he's okay. He has no touchdowns this season, though, crazy enough, with over 50 catches.
And they laud him for his toughness, Mike. 160 pounds, the guy can bench press nearly 400 pounds. But he took a shot to the side of the head from a very big knee.
Arkansas State with 2 turnovers in this game, Troy with 1. Now it's a big opportunity for the Trojans, and going down is Kilcrease. Looked like he was gonna lose the football. Was able to hold on to it. DeMarcus Hendricks was in there for Arkansas State.
More pressure inside again. And Hendricks is a defensive end. I'm not sure if he came in on a stunt or just an inside move, but the pressure continues to be right up inside in Gilchrist's face.
Now it's going to be 2nd down and long, 2nd and 18. 10 tackles for loss in this game tonight for Arkansas State as Ra Thomas makes the catch. Trenton Allen Yao on the tackle.
10 TFLs.
10. 62 yards.
Unbelievable.
10 TFLs for 62 yards. Something's gone into this Arkansas State defense over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
3rd down here. Gilchrist gets out of pressure. He's got to get to the 33. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds. It's going to be close. Cody Sigler.
Down 2 possessions. I think he may have gotten it.
They got it. He got it.
I was going to say it's going to be a very interesting decision here, but no decision. And what the decision by Gilchrist, though, was great. Watch the poise. He's been hit a lot of pressure. 2 hands on the football for security, goes up inside, gets a great run for that 1st down.
That's an excellent move right there. A good spot as well. Now the pass is caught up to the 39-yard line. Meadows.
Gilchrist hit again. Stands in there and delivers a catchable pass.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 at the 40.
Yeah, he's been taking some shots tonight, that's for sure.
Ethan Hassler this time beating Trayvon Townsend one-on-one and gets another hit on the quarterback.
2nd down and short from before the 40-yard line here for Troy. Down by 10. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the game. Each team with all 3 of their timeouts left. Gilchrist.
There's protection.
Good time over the middle. It's intercepted. It's picked off by A.G. McGee and Arkansas State as he still has it. Inside the 45 and slides down to 42. McGee with his 1st interception of the season. And that is really going to put the hurt on now as it's the 2nd Troy turnover. 23 yards on the return. And the Red Wolves have it up by 10.
Yeah, I don't think Gilchrist ever saw him. And this A.J. McGee is a playmaker. He's 3rd on the team in tackles, but he leads them in pass breakups. Very versatile player, just getting depth in his zone drop. And I don't think he saw McGee getting depth. He had eyes for Peyton Higgins, and the underneath defender just continued to get depth, and that ball found him. And it's no shock, again, his 1st INT, but he gets his hands on a lot of footballs.
And now maybe Arkansas State will start using a little bit of clock.
Yes.
Right? Now's the time to...
And they did it last drive, but I would agree with it now.
Yeah, exactly. Hand off to Clay. And maybe a yard to the 41-yard line. The Troy offense that averaged 380 total yards in the previous 5 games. All wins as they're on that 5-game winning streak. Tonight, it's 173 yards and an average of only 3 yards per play.
My goodness. And you can say what you want, but you got to give all the credit in the world to the Arkansas State defense.
Luke Hodge injured on the play for Troy defensively. We'll take a timeout. College basketball tips off on Monday. We'll start with the third annual We Play women's event in Paris, France. It's Baylor and Duke, and then Cal and Vandy. That's on Monday on ESPN and the new ESPN app. 20-10, Arkansas State with a 10-point lead, 5:35 to go. They get the ball back on the interception, and they have it 2nd down and 9 at the Troy 41. Griff McCarley, what a job the defense has done tonight for Arkansas State.
And I thought they would play about as well as they could play last week, but they held Georgia State to 128 yards rushing, which is the fewest they've had in a conference game since last year, but they played even better this week.
Here's Clay on the carry.
Here's a guy that has some ties to Troy. He was a linebacker coach back in the day at Troy, so he knows the program well and what they're all about. But you see the improvement from last season to this season. One of the best things on that stat line is the 3rd down conversion percentage, down to 37%. When you can stop people at that high of efficiency, now you're gonna and have the potent offense that they have, you're gonna win a lot of football games.
This is going to be a big-time win here for Arkansas State if they pull this off here. And it is Rayner. It gets pushed back on 3rd down. It's going to be 4th down. Clock is running, though, as we come up on 4 minutes. They would go to 4-1. It would tie Troy at 4-1. West side of the Sun Belt Division. And Southern Miss is undefeated at 4-0. Both teams play them later in the year. That's how big this game for Arkansas State was. Obviously big for Troy too, but it would have been an elimination game for Arkansas State if they lost here tonight.
Yeah.
And they're under 4 minutes away, Ty, of pulling this off.
I just think it was a difference in intensity early on, and that kind of set the tone for Troy. Now, their defense has really been really good, and I like that physical last tackle by Poe.
Timeout. Arkansas State, this is their first timeout of the second half, 30 seconds.
So timeout Arkansas State with 3:43 to go.
But to finish the point, I respect the effort from Troy's defense to continue to give their offense a chance. They're about to do it again, forcing a 4th down here. But I think that, again, the lack of intensity early on, especially offensively, really put them in a hole that they had struggled to really dig out of.
Check out this highlight here tonight with our AT&T. Keeps us connected with our best moment. Rayner for Hunter Summers. What a catch.
That's just a guy going up and making a play for his quarterback and his team and himself. 6'3", the quarterback gives you a chance by putting it up in the air and then say, go be an athlete, teammate. And that's exactly what Hunter Summers did. The coverage was tight, but the catch was special.
52-yard field goal here from Clune Van Andel. It is good. What a kick.
And that would have been good for 55.
Matches his career long. He is one of 5 kickers in program history with multiple field goals of 50+.
Listen, I don't make it a habit of giving love to kickers very often, okay? But Mr. Van Andel, you deserve a tip of the cap because you hit that with distance. That's your 2nd long field goal today.
Does it again. He is now 1st in history with 4 50+ yard field goals made for Arkansas State.
Kicked it into the stands. So I said would have been good for 56. That might have been good from 60.
Yeah. 23-10 now. Arkansas State by 13 with 3:38 to go.
Did you see his teammates crowning him? I get it. That was a king of a kick.
It's a Red Wolves team that came out right from the get-go tonight. 17 points right off the bat.
Really set the tone. Yeah, yep. Just the intensity level there was a difference. There was a difference at the beginning of this ball game. And it's just an example of how any given Saturday night you can get got. Whether it's homecoming, home team, whatever it is, you better come out and play your best ball, especially against a well-coached football team like this.
Fair catch called for here for Troy. They have work to do with 3:37 to go.
So the good news is it's still just a two-possession ball game. The bad news is you haven't completely solved the pass rush problem.
Please set the game clock to 3:38. Thank you.
And the problem has been right up the middle. And I think coming into this game, they anticipated their tackles having a matchup issue on the outside, which they've had. But it's been the inside pressure that's truly been the story tonight.
Well, and back to what you were talking about earlier with, like, do what you did to get you to this point. Don't sit back. Keep going after them.
That's
I would
right.
say. Don't do that. Prevent and let them get passes and move up the field. Nice job here in the catch by Higgins.
How about the hit, though?
Trenton Allen Yao.
My goodness. We heard that up here.
Number 2, Peyton Higgins. It'll be second down.
Clock is ticking inside of 3:20. 2nd and 5. Tipped but caught by Meadows. And he's going to have the first down. Gets up to the 37.
Miss Meadows has shown me something today. We knew he was a good football player, and he's put up some numbers. But it's the toughness that I like. Showing up when his team needs him the most.
Three catches for him tonight. Rushing 14 for 48. First down here. Gilcrease again. Meadows underneath. Takes a couple of hits.
I like how Gilcrease is taking what the defense is giving him. And it's just so funny when you get into a no-huddle situation, you start playing with tempo. Isn't it funny how teams can move the ball?
Right,
and
exactly.
It makes things simpler for the quarterback, and you think less and you just start reacting.
Deep pass, incomplete. I know it's a little different now because of the stage of the game, but that's what Arkansas State was doing all night.
Correct. And
4 and 5 yard plays.
No question. And I kept calling for a quicker tempo from Troy. I thought changing the tempo would be helpful. But one of the other things it does, it obviously gets you in a rhythm, but defensively, it makes the defense simple. They can't be exotic when things are moving that fast. Generally, they have calls when they go no huddle that keeps it very vanilla so everybody can get lined up and play, and that vanilla defense makes it easier to attack.
5 for 15 on 3rd down tonight for Troy. 3rd down and 4. Gilcrease, it's incomplete.
Yeah, you can't throw it that late. If you're gonna check it down, you got to check it down quicker than that to give your
guy a chance.
Running back, yeah, Tate
catch.
Meadows, yeah, give him a chance. He's got to catch it and then see the defense and make a move. You hold it that long, the coverage is just going to get tighter and tighter. Could have been picked off. You're lucky it wasn't.
Comes down to this here, 4th and 4 for Troy. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
Can't take a sack here. Just try to extend the play if your first read's not there.
4th time they've gone for it on 4th down tonight. They obviously have to here. They're 1 for 3. Catch is made. Higgins, first down, he has it.
Got to get up to the line of scrimmage, get the ball down to officials. They can line up, make the call, and go.
2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
13-point lead for Arkansas State. 2 minutes left.
ESPN College Football is presented by Ice Cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Game summary for you tonight here. Ty, help me out.
Well, first of all, I think the run defense has been excellent. The pass rush for A-State has been lethal, and that's gotten them this 10-point lead late, or 13-point lead, excuse me.
Gilcrease goes deep, and it's almost intercepted. Avante Dickerson was there. And he wanted DJ Epps.
It just, throughout the entire game, Troy struggled to get a handle on this pass rush. Here, trying to make the over-the-shoulder basket catch.
Yep.
And if he could have made that, he'd probably be a receiver, if I'm being honest with you. That's a tough catch for a DB. Receivers can make those normally. That's usually the difference between playing defensive back and playing wide receiver.
Gilcrease tonight, 19 of 33 with 166 yards and an interception.
He's battled, man.
Yep.
He's been hit a
He's
lot.
been hit.
Yeah. Kept getting up, though.
And is hit again, and he is going to go down again. Who else? Sigler. 94 for Arkansas State.
Yeah, he's been a game wrecker today. And that time, he was a beneficiary of an amazing bull rush on the outside by,
Timeout.
what was that, by Ethan
Troy,
Hassler.
30-second timeout.
Watch Hassler to the left side of your screen. Watch the bull rush. Look at that. I mean, are you kidding me? You got to put up more of a fight than that. And then Sigler says, thank you very much.
Please set the game clock to 1:48.
So often, Sigler was the guy who was piercing the pocket first, creating sacks for others. This time, he's Johnny on the spot.
Well, tell you what, this is going to set up a real big showdown next week for Arkansas State. Southern Miss at home. Wow.
And that's the thing about these late games when you put yourself in position. When you win a game in November, the next game becomes even bigger, and so on and so on. So we talked about this being the biggest game on the schedule so far this year for both of these teams. Well, guess what? Next week will be even bigger for A-State.
This has been crazy here tonight with the defense. And once again, they come in and they sack Gilcrease. Brian Whitehead.
Yeah, it's officially now a sack party. Everybody's invited in white jerseys, and everybody is eating at the party. 9 sacks now for these Red Hawks. Or Red Wolves, excuse me. Let me get that right. These Wolves are biting, too.
Yeah, 8 different players have a sack tonight for Arkansas State. And Gilcrease again, up for grabs, incomplete. No flags down. And the Arkansas State Red Wolves, with 1:12 to go, are going to go to 4-1 in the Sun Belt West. Troy's going to go to 4-1, and it sets up a showdown next week. Arkansas State, Southern Miss, who is 4-0. And how about controlling your own destiny? 4 wins in a row for Arkansas State.
There you go. I mean, all you can do is handle your own business, and they came to Troy, Alabama, and did just that. And I'm just telling you right now, a collective game ball needs to go to the D-line room.
Yep.
And that starts with the defensive ends coach and Larry Knight and Rashad Pittman, the defensive tackles coach, and all of the guys in uniform that play defensive line for Arkansas State. They deserve game balls.
Hand off to Clay, just got to use up some time here. And Arkansas State's going to win this one. Big thanks to our statistician, Matt Siegel, our spotter, Lee Torman, with Lee Morgan, our stage manager, Braden Pretsch, our producer, James Andrews, our director, with Emily Barker, along with Dylan Urano. Audio with Rob Fultz, Lance Palmieri, Corey Waters. Thanks to so much and so many people helping us out here tonight and putting this one on. As Arkansas State came out with 17 first quarter points, and it proved to be enough. And they're going to win for the 2nd year in a row against Troy. And for the 6th time in the last 8 meetings, the road team has won in this series.
You know, we talked about, can they take how they play at home, which has been outstanding, on the road? And the answer is yes. When you play defense the way they did today, when you get off to a fast start the way they did today, when you can be physical at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball and out-hit the other team in the trenches, Yeah, that's the recipe for going on the road and winning in another guy's stadium during homecoming. Shout out to Coach Jones and his entire staff.
4th consecutive win for the first time since 2019, and it makes them 4-1 on the Sun Belt for the first time since 2017.
Troy, you got better days ahead. You're still in this thing. Regroup, learn from what just happened, come out and play better next week.
Congratulations to Butch Jones and the Arkansas State Red Wolves with a win tonight.
Shout out to my partner, Michael Corey, playing hurt.
Playing hurt.
And you pushed through, man, did a heck of a job. Travel was crazy, but you made it here and did it.
That's what happens. You get to November, right?
That's right.
Got to battle back. Great work with you. For Tioka Jackson, Mike Corey, so long from Troy. 23-10, Arkansas State wins it. Have a great night, everyone.